anything yet. So
There's like a 10-15 second delay. Calm down.
bullshit. This is 2017. Okay.
I'm running this thing on a casserole. It's not a potato. It is a casserole.
Do you have 2 hamsters in there spinning wheels to generate electricity for it?
It's actually his 2 kids.
There we go.
All right.
Turning that off will help. We'll see how it works. So far, so good. 30 frames a second.
Yeah, looks good. Okay, so you all kind of have an idea about the setting.
I've got a pretty good idea.
You should have a pretty decent idea. Did anybody besides Book read the setting?
I did very quickly today.
Okay. Nice.
Just now.
I was too busy not dying. So.
Immediately, right now. Yeah. Okay, so you have a decent idea. Ebonclad is a thieves guild, shadow organization. Nobody really knows it's there or really feels any sort of impact from it, but they kind of have their hands in everything. They sort of govern the whole city from kind of behind the scenes. Until recently, you guys had no idea they existed, even having lived in the city for the entirety of your lives, basically. Until whatever had happened in your guys' backstory that brought you to this point in our current story. You guys are currently gathered around a table. Hang on one second here. So you guys are currently gathered around a table in a tavern that's just approaching where it would close. You see the bartender or the innkeeper start to just kind of lock everything up. But you guys are kind of tucked away in a back room. There's a table there. What's that?
Do we know where we are?
You're in yes, you do. You guys all came here of your own will.
Okay.
So it wasn't like black sack over the head.
Okay.
Wake up, in the back room. No,
okay.
You see the innkeeper just kind of go through closing up. He shoos out the last of his customers and he dims down the lights, and then he gives Reese, the guy standing at the head of the table, kind of a nod, and then he just kind of disappears, and the floor is basically all yours. And Reese addresses you guys. He says, "Friends, it's been some time since we've awaited persons of your considerable talents to come together under one roof and one mind. Don't let those words go to your head, though. You're still just scraps until I say otherwise." Reese produces a folded piece of parchment from the breast of his jacket. He opens to reveal a detailed charcoal sketch of a human with disheveled hair, a stubble beard, and a wry smile. He gives you a chance to look it over, and he says, "A week ago, Ebonclad channels maneuvered a target to our fair city, who was carrying a coin purse, and our operatives were to kindly relieve him of. The trouble is, this man, one Dale Essio, beat us to the job. Dale's a small-time thug, a slum-made crook, not unskilled, but too sloppy to cut it in the big leagues. Now, he's gone ghost with his new spoils, and we'd like you to find him. We suspect he's still in the city. Our spies beyond the walls haven't seen anyone fitting his description leaving recently. This will be an interesting test of your skills. Find Dale Essio and bring back the coin purse. Or what's left of it, I guess. That'll be the black share. Anything else you lift during the job is yours to keep, and I'll see you rewarded for job done right. Of course, should anything unfortunate befall Dale, nothing is to be traced back to you or the guild. And with that, Reese leaves the night in your hands."
So, real quick,
Yeah.
I was frantically searching for my binder of where I write things down, and I haven't unpacked it yet, it would seem. Because, reasons.
First question, really quick.
Yeah.
How are we with language? Are we okay with this? As far as, meta here?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're playing more of a naval campaign. Jesse, you're streaming for the world
no,
hear and see.
No, yeah.
Oh, we don't
Okay.
care.
Language
Okay,
away.
Just
Fuck
making
yeah.
sure. Okay.
I don't think we did filtering with language on the last
Not-
one, and that
not
wasn't
really,
an evil
but-
campaign, so.
Right.
You're just wanting to take more artistic license with it this time than last.
Right.
Got
Well,
it.
this character might be a little bit more prone to that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're all good with that.
At
I will
least-
say one thing, and I should have prefaced this before anything. Even though we are in an evil campaign, don't be freaking creepy, okay?
Are you sure?
I like it.
Now you tell me. Ugh.
I mean,
I'm gonna need to go
like,
back to
you know
character
what I'm
creation
talking about.
for a little
You
bit.
know what I'm talking about.
Don't get freaky.
So
Don't-
don't steal
which-
teeth
don't be
and
creepy.
ears and arms
I
and
mean,
stuff?
even that's whatever. Like, even that's whatever. But I mean,
He's
we're
saying
not going
freaky.
around raping people. Like,
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah,
leave
no,
that shit out of it.
that's-
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We'll
let's
just
not be
pillage
stupid.
and burn. We'll leave the rape out of it.
Yeah. As long as we're all in the same mindset here.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I found my binder, can I get a rundown of the names again of the important folks?
Sure. The person that is before you, who has been identified as your keeper,
Got it.
aka like team manager,
Yep.
is Reese Kincaid.
Also
The
like
subject,
Witherspoon.
also like Witherspoon.
Also without
The
a spoon.
target of your guys' mission is Dale Essio.
We need to retrieve the coin purse, and
Dale
if he gets
SEO?
harmed anyway, it can't be traced back
Yes,
to us.
Dale Essio.
Oh, there we go. We got some text and everything. That's nice.
And they want him silenced, right?
No.
No, we just
They
want
want
the
their
coin
coin purse back.
That's all they want. They don't want him
We
They
Sure.
want
silenced.
the coin
Intimidate
purse
him.
back, and they don't want anything. As he said, should anything unfortunate befall Dale, he doesn't care if anything happens to him. But if something does happen, you need to make sure that you're clear. Like,
Right.
it's not traceable back to you or the guild.
Right.
And that is a very important theme in this campaign, is that nothing is to be traced back to the guild. The guild prides their secrecy more than anything,
Yes.
including your lives.
Okay. Do we know? We know we're part of Ebonclad now.
You do now, yes.
Okay.
You all know that you are currently in the recruitment process for the Thieves Guild Ebonclad.
And it's just the 4 of us in the room,
The 4 of you and Reese.
And
No
Reese,
other,
yeah.
no other, yeah, no other.
but not like
recruits.
no other recruits, right?
Nope.
All right.
So,
Sorry, I'm going
does-
over things again. New characters, right? You gotta
Yeah,
figure
right.
it out.
What
Right.
what
Did Reese
race
leave?
are you, Theron?
A wood elf.
You're a wood elf. Okay.
Oh, hang on, my kid just decided to show up. Give me a second.
Nice.
I got one sick and one that doesn't want to go to bed.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
is Reese still in the room?
He is. He's there. For, I guess, answering any questions you guys might have. But yeah, he is. He is there, and he is just kind of making sure you guys get started on the right foot.
Reese, is there anywhere in the city that you know he would be or hang out, or any affiliations?
Well-
Can I?
Yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I make a history check to see if I know him, just because I'm from the slums?
Sure, you can do that. Reese,
are we
Reese
in the
addresses
slums?
you, Jettison. No, you're not in the slums. Right now
Okay.
you're in a tavern that's a kind of outside of the castle, that's kind of in the northern center area.
Marinir?
Yes, just to the southwest in that little kind of cluster there.
We're in the fancy region.
It's kind of the fancy region.
Ooh.
I don't know shit.
You're not familiar with him. He's kind of been a big deal as of late. People have been talking about how he, kind of grabbed this guy's coin purse and just disappeared. Nobody's been able to find him. But other than that, like, you don't have any history with the individual. He addresses you, Jettison. He says, our best guess is he's hiding somewhere in the slums. he's just gone completely invisible beyond that anyway. We just we haven't designated the resources to finding him. That's what this is for. So,
Are there any contacts in the slums that we could talk to that you know of?
like guild contacts?
Yeah.
There are most likely some there. However, I wouldn't be able to tell you where they would be. There's probably operatives. They're usually kind of doing their own thing. This is more the type of the left hand doesn't know what the right is doing. So they have their orders and they're doing that. But I wouldn't know a good way to get a hold of anybody specifically.
Okay.
Is Dale Essio part of Ebonclad?
He is not. We believe that he just got lucky with his score. We don't suspect he found out about the target from anything else, but he is not part of the guild. No.
So it sounds like we need to start somewhere in the slums. Is what I'm hearing.
If that's what you would like to do.
More addressing the whole group
than okay.
Than just.
Well, I might know a couple of people I could
I don't-
ask about some
I don't
stuff.
really know many of you, do I? That's a question to you, Josiah. I don't
What's
know
that?
many of them. The
No.
other people around this table.
No.
Just not. I don't. Okay. So, what do you all do? I don't need to know specifics. I just want to know if. I mean, some of you may be more. Might be better at persuading someone, verbally rather than physically.
I think I could get us over there. If you know somebody you think you could talk to.
Well, all right. Thank you, Reese. I'm sure we can handle it from here.
All right. You don't have any questions for me?
Where was he last seen?
Dale was last seen at, I believe, the scene of the crime.
Which was exactly where?
He was just inside the western gate. There's a red marker on your map, or maybe not. You guys don't have these markers. Those are my markers. Sorry. The the western gate, just north of Watcher's Grove, is where the attack happened. And it was about 2 blocks. It was about 2 blocks before the ambush from Ebonclad was set up.
Do we think we have a mole in
That
Ebonclad?
sounds like it.
I mean, I'm
Again,
pretty smart, but that.
Reese seems fairly. I mean, make an insight check. Make an insight check. Because Reese answered the question already, but if you want to see if he's lying. He does. He seems pretty confident in his statement that they don't think that there's any sort of leak or mole in Ebonclad. That they truly think that Dale just got lucky. That he might have had somebody that in the city that the guy came from kind of give him some information, and he just pounced at the opportunity.
So do we want to go where the scene of the crime is?
Before we head out, this coin purse that you want us to get, is it just coin in it, or is there something else that he may be trying to fence that we should be looking for?
To my knowledge, it was just a pretty decent amount of coins and gems.
Just checking.
One gem in particular was the target, and it had a street value of about 100 and some gold pieces. So it was a pretty valuable little gem. But other than that, it was I don't know. He's just a wealthy individual.
Right.
I believe he came to do some trading with the Gilded Ring.
Got it. I'll write. We haven't established how I talk to my fence, but it just says that I get to do that
Right.
in the description.
Yep.
Like I just have
Your
a way
contact.
of yeah.
Your contact. I mean, you can't. It's not like telepathic or anything like that. But
right, but I
if
would.
you,
So
you know, it would take you some time, and you would be able to contact him and ask him questions.
All right.
oh, I was just
Well-
gonna see like, can I get a message to him? Like
Oh,
hey, have you seen anybody trying to get rid of a big gym?
I'll be back.
If so,
okay,
get in touch kind of thing. Just send a message like that to him.
okay.
However,
So
I'd
you
probably write it on a parchment. I've probably got a dead drop nearby that I could
Yeah.
get it to him that way.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably reasonable, especially with the background.
One
Okay.
last one question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we on some kind of a time crunch, or can we?
Well, not necessarily a time crunch. However, I would suspect he's not going to just sit on the gold or the gems. I'm expecting he's going to want to try to spend as much as he can. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And the quicker we are able to get there, the more of the
coin we
actual
recover.
assets we can recover. Yes, exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Makes sense.
Yep. Smart one over there.
All right then. Well,
Yep. Pick where we want to go. I can get us there fast.
I'm not going to go against the grain this early. I like the idea of just going straight to the scene of the crime and, work our way out from there.
Sounds good to me.
So
Alright.
it is currently dusk slash nightfall is definitely set. On your way out of the tavern, you do pass one of your drop spots that you would send to your criminal contact, and you make a quick note, just kind of inquiring about him, and just drop that parchment there. You wouldn't expect a response for a while, but yeah, you definitely put the inquiry out there.
Where is it?
As you guys make your way across the promenade, and then over a bridge, it's getting pretty dark. The night watch is out. The city guard night watch. They're kind of out patrolling. Not that you guys are wanted at all, but it kind of makes you a little bit uneasy. It's definitely not something you want to necessarily have any sort of run-in with.
Well, we can avoid them because I have city secrets. Says,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
the
yep.
secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages through urban sprawls that others would miss. When not in combat, you and companions you lead can travel between any two locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So you
And if I'm
are
on my
able
own,
to...
that is ridiculous, by the way.
Yes, it is. So you guys cross over the bridge to the promenade. You see a patrol coming up, and well, I'm gonna have to get used to names here. Theron is like, hey guys, this way. And you guys just kind of like duck into this alley that you barely even saw was there. Is everybody following him?
Yeah, I'll follow the sneaky son of a bitch.
I mean, I've got no reason not to, I suppose. But I'm
Okay. You all duck into the alleyway, and it's kind of this weird like just maze, and you come out and you're like, what? How did we get here? You're like, I'm familiar with this. You just like never saw that alleyway before for some reason, and it shaved a little bit off your time, and it avoided the city guard patrol. You guys are about a block as you approach the intersection where the crime took place. You kind of see the same. It looks very like familiar. It's not nothing looks really out of place. It's just a normal city intersection. Now, the crime did take place a couple days ago already, so it's not like this happened today.
I'm still gonna do a quick perception check to see if I spot any kind of clues.
Yeah, I wanna look for. I'm probably gonna look for people.
Hey, not bad.
Hey, second. I think both of my kids are sick now.
Oh, that's always the greatest.
I'll catch
Jackson just got sick, so
Jackson's always sick, though, isn't he?
it's a fun time in our house when he's sick. Theron, you take a look around. Any tracks or anything like that? I don't know what that is. Oh, is that Japanese peanuts?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
nice.
the little crunchy things that go with the peanuts.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
You look around. Any like tracks or anything like that have been covered up from the days wear and tear on the streets. Looking around, there's not a whole lot of activity. Again, it's nighttime in the city. Most people just kind of stay in, but there's a few people out roaming around. You see a couple stumble out drunk from one of the ale houses down the street a little bit. They're kind of loud and they're definitely inebriated. And they come stumbling towards you guys, but that's about all there is to see at this area.
All right. Anyone got a better idea?
Do you have any contacts in the slums?
Are the drunkards, are they talking at all?
They're talking. It's loud and it's definitely like drunk talk, like, oh, you're the greatest man, and they're just like just loud and obnoxious drunk people.
I think I might be able to call on some old acquaintances.
That might be our best bet right now.
I gotta make another history check, I guess, to see if I can think of. Well, I mean, would I know anybody off the top of my head that I might be able to talk to in the slums?
You have a few contacts in the slums that you would be able to go to and kind of just ask around, see if they've gotten any sort of information. Yeah, he's. I mean, somebody specific that you would think. Just let's see here. 1 second. Okay. So, being where you're from, you would have a significant amount of contacts. Give me 1 second to roll up.
Woohoo!
It's the 7 dwarves.
So, if you wanted, you actually have a few family members in the slums yet. That
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I'm an urchin.
You don't. Oh, right. Yep.
Family
Like a sea
like.
urchin.
Yeah. Family. What family? What family?
Street
Okay.
Riff raff. Sorry, couldn't help it. Had to do it.
You had to. You know what? Can't even blame you.
You can't.
Now I want to complete the song. All right. So you have the person that trained you is from the slums as well, and you would suspect he would have some information possibly for you. Is that where you guys would like to head?
I was gonna see if I just wanted to roll perception to see if I saw anyone. Like, is there like a beggar that's like chilling?
There's the drunkards. Oh, beggar. Not in this exact area, but you past a few of them. However, that is something that they kind of confine to the slums.
Right.
Anybody without a house or a place to stay is usually pretty expeditiously, brought to the slums or the jail.
Is there anybody
More likely the
that
jail.
kind of have a clear line of sight to the spot where it all happened? I might have missed that.
You're right there at the spot where it happened.
Right. So
but
looking
again,
around,
it happened
there...
It happened a few days ago, so it's a little bit.
So
Okay, go ahead.
Is there like a shopkeeper or something that like has a clear line
The
of sight
closest
was
closest
it like a
store.
known robbery? Do we know if it was like a known robbery yet?
It was pretty well known. It was middle of the day, and it happened, kind of during peak hours. It was very unexpected. So a lot of people saw. The closest business is the ale house just south of where you guys are at right now. The rest of this is mostly residential area.
Hey, Gareth. Gareth,
Yeah.
do you want to go talk to the drunk folks that just came out? Maybe they've heard something, and they're just liquidated enough that they might talk.
I mean, maybe. Josiah.
Yeah.
I'd like to make an insight check to see like level of drunkenness.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Where's my character sheet? Here's my character sheet. Found it. Skills and insight. That's the wrong thing. That's the thing.
Ooh, nice. You can tell the man on the left is pretty well gone. He's having a hard time even walking straight. The girl that he's with is less drunk, though she seems to be acting like she is drunk. So she doesn't seem to be like wasted, but she's acting like she is.
Interesting.
Gareth.
And it's just the two of them, right?
That's correct. That yeah, you can hear that the tavern down the street is fairly like active, and there's a lot of noise coming from it. But as of right here, it's just the two of them that you see coming from there.
And just quick question, because I think I know the answer, but I just want to be sure. There's
Yeah.
no, like, the Ebonclad don't wear any kind of identifying marker, right? Like, this is all...
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. This is the only way that can really properly identify someone is if they use Eboncant to identify themselves to you, essentially. Which Eboncant is like thieves can't. It's not cross compatible. So like if you speak thieves can't, you can't speak Eboncant specifically. Just the keywords and the phrases are different. But that is how somebody would identify themselves to you as a guild member.
Right.
Right. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. I'll walk up to him. You there?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the lady.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
What can I help you with?
Is he about to do what I think he's going to do?
Possibly.
Gareth, we said no raping.
Yeah.
I suppose
yes,
that depends
she
on
looks
what
at
I'm thinking he's going to do, then, doesn't it?
you. She looks a little confused, but yeah.
Having a good evening.
It's not bad. Just trying to get home at this point.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Aside, how long ago did the crime happen?
Well, it was a couple days.
Couple days.
A few days ago. Yeah, probably like 4 days ago.
Well, have you happened to see any suspicious activity around here? I'm looking for a friend of mine. He happened to be walking through this area, and again, sorry, I forgot. Did he actually die? Like the guy that got ambushed, did he get his throat cut?
Nope, not at all. He is
Just
It
fine.
was just a sloppy robbery.
okay.
Like
That's
it
all it
wasn't
was.
like
All
a
right.
pickpocket deal.
Okay. All right. A friend of mine was walking by here, and he seemed to have misplaced something. It was, I think, a bag of some form, a small pouch. I was wondering if you happen to have seen anything around here.
No, we're just trying to get home.
Oh,
I haven't really seen
um,
anything.
I would be very much interested if you had seen anything. And
When did he misplace this?
about 4 days ago, give or take.
Oh, you're talking about that. No, haven't really seen anything.
Do you,
Uh,
well, if you or your friends happen to remember seeing anything, uh, just ask around for. Sorry, taking that back.
No one.
Taking that back.
It's
Just
canon now.
feel free to let me know. I would be very, very interested.
how can I get a hold of you?
Give her your cell phone number.
I haven't thought this part through. Um,
I'm gonna go up there. How charismatic are you, Gareth? Are you a
I'm
bumbling fool, or are
No, no, I'm not.
He's
I'm
not, he's
pretty,
not a bumbling anything. Did
Not
you see
really.
his stats?
Well,
I'm really not. I just come across that way with this character.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the balance of this character right now.
because I feel like
May
Okay.
I
I'm gonna come up and I'm
interrupt?
like, I'm sorry for my friend here. You said that you may have heard what happened.
Well, everybody knows what happened a couple days ago.
Is there anybody who knows more, or
No,
who claims to know more?
not that I know. Not I mean, you can ask around. I mean, your best bet. I mean, I don't know. Talk to the guy that got robbed. Maybe he knows something.
I mean, we've already talked to him.
No, we
Oh.
haven't.
Okay. Well, I mean,
She
other
doesn't
than
know
that,
that.
I guess I don't
Just
really
making
know.
sure you know that.
I,
Starting off rough.
I don't know. That's all I got. Everybody knows somebody robbed a merchant the other day, right up the road here. But I mean, I really got to get to bed. I need. Do you guys have anything else? Like I just need to
Insight
go.
check on whether or not she does.
Need to go to
Actually-
bed.
She's
Yeah.
hiding something. I feel that she's hiding something.
Okay, make an
I'll-
insight check.
I'll do that as well.
I'm gonna make a stealth check to just kind of fade into the background.
I'm just gonna start talking.
Not a good stealth
Ooh.
check. Everybody,
So-
it's the Homer
Wait,
Simpson
did
in
I-
the bushes thing. Everybody sees me do it. Just kind of.
You probably you have got to get. This is a big man, little man. What is he? Is he big? I'm asking you. The not the girl, but the guy, like size wise.
Oh, he's average build. He's not like huge. He's a human. He's
Comparatively
probably
to her, is
5'10",
he-
5'11". He's actually about the same height as her.
About the same height.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna do like the buddy carry thing on him on the opposite side. That way I can it's like, you know what, this guy, I feel at this point, because we've held you up, I should at least help. So let me just get up in here and just kind of try to start propping him up. Let's get you guys back to your matrimonial
thanks.
home. I feel sorry that we've kept you and your husband out at late past hours.
No, this is
completely our
just
fault.
a friend. This is just a friend. He wishes. but no,
What's his reaction to this kind of thing? I'm trying to.
he's
trying to feel what
trying
the
to
dynamic
keep
is.
his eyes open. He's like, hey, you don't even know me. You get away from her.
No, mate, I'm here.
I will fight you.
I'm here to help you. This is all part of the plan. It's working.
Oh, okay. Make a persuasion check.
Is it persuasion or deception?
At
this point?
advantage.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because he's drunk.
Oh, well then let me roll it again. Hang on. Wait, was that persuasion the first time?
That was perception.
That's perception.
Yeah, I gotta grab the right one. There it is. Okay, and then shit. Hang on. Okay.
Just
quick
say a +3 on persuasion. You're a shitty bard.
Oh, that's a shitty bard. Oh my
I would-
god.
I would like to use luck.
You can't possibly get worse.
So if it's luck, I just roll one more time.
Yep, just roll another time.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, he's like, oh,
Wait,
all right. Yeah.
where do I track my
He-
luck?
he
Because
kinda gets.
that's gonna start happening quick.
Oh,
apparently.
that's a good point. That's a good point. You can add it as a skill on your actions tab.
Actions.
Yeah.
I have spells. I have things.
Who are you? Okay, let me just do this real quick.
Just go and throw that in there.
Let me just do this for you.
Put it under powers. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna do. Luck, and
I get 3 a day,
there.
right?
Yeah, 3.
Per long
Done.
rest.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Okay. So that's easy to track then. All right. So he's like he tries to lower his voice, but he's talking in that loud whisper that
Yeah,
everybody
the
can
loud
still
drunk
hear. He's
whisper,
like
yeah.
he's like, oh, you're gonna try it. Okay, thanks. Yeah. I'm just pretending to be drunk. Is not as drunk as you think I am.
You are doing an excellent job, mate.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry, I got this.
I'm just gonna help get you. I'm just gonna help you get across the finish line with it. Which direction do we need to start heading?
Yes. The direction. What? Who are you? Home. And he's just not making sense. He's just like kind of stringing stuff together. You can tell that there are definitely thoughts in his head, but they're not coming out
So
coherent.
while this is
And she kind of butts in. She's like, no, really, I appreciate it, but I got this. I just need to get him home so I can get.
While
home.
he is kind of stumbling him down the street, I'd like to take her aside. And
She hasn't left this
Yeah,
guy's
you
side.
will.
I know.
She hasn't left
I'm just,
this guy's side at all.
but as Villic Barbarian here is no, that's what it comes up on DC.
you what?
That's what
Your
comes
name
up on DC.
still says Villic Barbarian.
It's changed on mine, and all you guys are your old names.
Oh no.
Anyways,
It
As,
won't affect the change until you log
as
out of
Robin is
VC
kinda
and log
taking him
back in.
Oh, that's what it is.
I thought
as
I
Robin's taking
Oh,
him
well.
down the street, I'm going to kind of push her aside and say, "Hey, listen. I know what you're doing here, and I want to know more information."
I'm trying to get my
No,
friend
you're not.
home.
No, you're not.
Excuse me, I think you need to go now. And she just kind of like tries to push you aside and just like you can tell she's kind of shaken up a little bit. And she goes right back to her friend. She's like, we gotta go. Thanks for your help, but no thank you. We're good.
Insight.
Go ahead.
Is
Brandon,
she
make an
literally
insight
scared,
check.
or is she's like, "Crap, he's on to me"?
Make an insight check. She's scared. She's like not comfortable with this situation. Where people just approached her in the middle of the night as she's trying to
Okay.
walk home, and they're kind of, she's not happy about it, and she's a little scared.
I feel
Yeah.
like I want to try this already. So does the guy have a coin purse on him? I feel like if we're thieving, we might as well start thieving.
I was
He
about
does.
to do the same thing.
He does. He has a little pouch tied to his belt.
Yep. And because my arm's already kind of like around him, right? Like I set
Right.
that up ahead of time.
Yep.
So what is that? Sleight of hand?
So that'd be sleight of hand if you want to attempt to pickpocket him.
Is it an advantage
He's drunk
because he's
though,
drunk?
so yeah.
It would be, except for he's got a friend that's not drunk that's watching him.
Fuck it.
Wasn't I just distracting her?
Depends on how that
I'd like to do
timeline
it.
played out.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
However,
Your
you
call.
are able to successfully snatch the coin purse.
I rolled a 20, but that's none of my business. Awesome. And then I'm just gonna be, oh, sorry, yeah, we weren't trying to intrude. I just felt bad because we'd edged up is all. So, by all means, you all have a great evening, and maybe we see you around sometime. And then just kind of, and I just fade, walk back, very non-intimidated, not with my hands in the air because I've got the coin purse, so
Guys, maybe we go to the tavern, see if, what's up.
Sure. Well, the bartender probably saw something.
Just don't like Gary.
Or at least would have heard something. Yeah, we'll go into the tavern near the crime scene.
Sounds great.
Okay, so this is the Razorback Run. It's a very popular watering hole, very popular ale house in the area. Oh crap! I just closed something I shouldn't have. Give me 1 second here.
It's the what tavern? Sorry.
It is the Razorback Run. Probably one of the more active taverns for like kind of like the nightlife, drinking scene, I guess you could say.
Some hip hop music.
Some hip hop music. Yep, you got some table dancers going on. It's like the club scene here in Kintala. No, it's not. But
So,
I've been to clubs where they had dancers.
And we know what the guy looks like who robbed the merchant, and we obviously don't see him in here.
Make a perception check, but you would. I mean, he's been literally ghosted. Like he has not been seen at all.
Check.
So you gotta check. I can appreciate that. No, you don't see him at all.
Man, we ain't seen shit.
Is this a bar?
You guys have like really small, like really low social rolls right now. So when combat hits, you guys better pick it up. All right, so you guys kind of walk into the ale house. It's packed. It's very lively. There's some music playing. There's people are still kind of unwinding from their day. They're having a good time drinking some ales and some wines, things like that. What would you like to do? Just kind of ask around. Is that your plan?
I would like to go up to the bar area and I'd like to order a drink.
Okay. Bartender comes up right away. He's pretty busy. The bar's pretty packed. He's what can I get you?
I'll take your most popular ale.
All right, no problem. He turns around and he pours you a tap out of the keg. Turns around, 5 silver or 5 copper.
I'll give it to him.
All right, hand over 5 copper. Puts it in the money area. Till I don't know. And you just keep serving other people. Is anybody else getting a drink, or what are you guys doing here?
I want to try and identify the regulars. How would I do that? I would go in and I don't know. How would you do that? I just ask the bartender, like, who's in here all the time? But I guess it'd be more like, who's in here all the time? It's not absolutely shit right now.
He just kind of takes a quick survey. I don't know. Are you looking for something in particular? Are you looking like for a game of Zaire, or are you, what do you want?
Oh, games. No, wait. Sorry. Work. Nope. No games. Not yet. Well, I was trying to find out about that merchant that got run over the other day, and I figured if you had a regular in here, he might know something.
I mean, yeah, everybody knows he got robbed, but your best bet's probably that Murdoch guy. He's been in here for the last couple weeks, pretty much every day. He was right outside when it happened. I think so anyway.
Could you point him out to me?
Yeah, he points over at one of the tables, kind of to the side, and you see a guy, just sitting there drinking a beer.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you guys are all kind of there. You would hear it. It's loud, so maybe not details, but you hear Robin ask a few things and kind of point to somebody in the corner.
All right, is it Robin or is it Harkin?
I don't know. It says Robin.
I'd like to casually station myself near the door.
Let's try being subtle. So,
Yeah. Just
It's Robin. It's Robin for right now because at this point we have yet to ask everybody what our names are.
yeah.
Just throw that out there.
So, you,
This is true.
oh.
other human.
Right.
Not Gareth. I know Gareth. You
You
other
guys-
human.
You always know each other. Makes me now I'm all paranoid about it.
That was my
We're-
plan.
We're
I,
acquainted.
I cast detect magic. No.
Big
Nope.
glowing blob right here.
Uh,
No.
anyway, so I'm gonna make my way. I'm gonna grab two. Thank you, barkeep. Get me. Can I get 2 ales then for me and my new friend Murdoch?
Yeah, one
Oh,
silver. One silver.
whatever he's
I'll
drinking,
grab-
I suppose.
Yep. He pours you a drink, or pours you 2 drinks out of what he's drinking, and hands you the mugs.
Wonderful. What do I owe you?
1 silver, please.
Sure. And I just grab out of the drunkard's coin purse and give him a silver.
Okay.
And then cause I'm drinking for free tonight, bitches. And head over to Murdoch's table
Okay.
and just kind of sit down across from him.
And you sit down, and he kind of gives you a weird look and kind of eyes you up. And, so, what can I help you with?
Yeah, so the bartender told me that you were outside when that guy got nicked a couple of days ago. Well, the guy didn't get nicked, but his coin purse sure did. And man, he is pissed about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He's not happy. Not happy.
anyways, long story short, he caught a hold of me to try and help him recover the goods, and in kind I get paid, which would be nice for everybody. And if you have useful information, I could in turn pay you. Everybody wins.
So you're coming to an alehouse to look for information on a robbery that happened.
Well, yeah, that's what the merchant hired me for.
Okay. I mean, asking drunks in a tap house for information is kind of like searching a brothel for a Zaire player.
Well, I understand.
I mean,
that.
you'll find them.
quite well,
You'll
sir,
find them, but it's hard to trust the quality of the goods, But
you sir,
fortunately for you, I happen to be a seasoned player, and you kind of it's new to you, so it takes you a bit to pick up on it. But he's speaking to you in Ebonclad, identifying himself as a guild member.
Right. Well, I haven't been playing that long, but it's something new that I've been playing around with, and this is just I can do it in my free time while I'm also while I'm working my other jobs, trying to convey the fact that I get it and I'm working for the guild and I'm trying to get this information for the guild.
Okay.
I'll get better at
good
that
to know.
as time goes.
So, no, that's fine. It's kind of a tricky thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate the attempt at trying it. And he goes, well, I'll tell you what. I don't really know where he is, but he's had a known associate in and out of here, this tap house, every night, for about five nights now. He's been buying up small barrels of wine, mead, and ale, you name it, putting it on this little tiny cart he does, and then kicks his heels off towards the slums. He's a little gnat of a gnome, and folks around here usually just call him Fingers. But find him, and you might find your friend as well, the guy you're looking for. That's about all I can tell you. However, as far as anything else with him related, I just kind of hang out here for most of the time.
And he's been in here every night though.
His friend has.
His friend, Fingers has been in here every night.
Yeah, Fingers has been in here every night.
Right. Well, I mean, the best thing to do then may be to wait for Fingers to show up and then move from there.
He hasn't been here tonight yet, so.
You know what? It sounds like we got the beginnings of a plan. I appreciate your help, Murdoch. And then I leave the beer and then I take mine and saunter off toward the table with the other What I assume is everyone else, unless they followed me.
All right.
I sure as hell didn't.
I'm all about the subtleness, so.
Right. All right. So I've got a bit of information, and I think it's going to pay. We're looking
You
for
sound like my friend Villic.
a little guy. Fuck off. It's going to take me a minute to get off of that and onto the new one as well. I'm trying, though.
I'm really trying hard not to add a Scottish burr to my Cockney
Please don't.
accent. Because that would be horrible. But, like, the last 3 characters I've played with you guys have had that
Yeah.
Scottish accent or something similar.
Those damn gnomes and their Scottish accents. I don't know how that even works.
It works because I said it did.
Right?
There's a... Right, so there's this guy named Fingers, and he's been coming in here every night. And he knows our good friend Dale. And Fingers has been coming in here, buying up casks of shit probably to resell with the money that they took from the merchant. So I figures,
What kind of name is Fingers?
well, he probably is a fucking thief if I was to take a guess. I mean, that's how you get a name like Fingers. Why do you think my name's Robin?
Because you be Robin?
No, because of my beautiful voice. Why else would I have a name like... Anyways, look, so he comes in here every night and has been buying up shit, probably for the resale. I say, we just play low-key, wait for Fingers to show up, and when he leaves, we grab him up and have him show him where his friend is.
I like it.
Great, crickets. Well, I guess I'm just going to sit back here and have...
I said I liked it.
I mean, yes, you spoke and we kind of heard, but everybody else was quiet. I thought this was going to be like a unanimous group effort of camaraderie and team building or some shit.
Do we need to do an icebreaker?
What
Say one
what
thing,
world
two
do you
truths and a
live in,
lie?
sir? I mean, you got the information. It's fantastic. Good job. Well done. Let me buy you a drink?
All of these are acceptable answers.
Okay, let me buy you a drink.
Alright, so...
Theron, where are you during this? Because you had said you wanted to try to kind of stealth out and fade off earlier, but that was the last I heard from you. Where are you in this current situation in the alehouse?
I'm actually... While they're all talking, once all the information's been said, I'm just gonna kind of get eye contact with all of them, and then I'll step outside to an alley.
Okay. So after you kind of get the 401 as far as... or the
411?
That's what I meant.
715.
You get the 411 as about what's happening with Fingers, and you just kind of slouch outside to an alley, just kind of waiting, watching?
Both, really.
Yeah, okay.
Is there any way that I could get unobtrusively up to the roof?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. Roll an acrobatics check. There's not like a staircase up to most of these roofs, like external, but if you can.
What is with my rolls?
It's that dice color or something. It takes you some time.
Wait, no,
but
climbing's athletics.
Or acrobatics?
No.
Could be.
Acrobatics is jumps.
Sure, jumping up there.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna climb the building.
Either way, you're better at acrobatics than you are athletics, so.
No, equal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, either way. It takes you some time. You're able to get up there eventually. Like, you don't fall and break yourself, but you have plenty of time to spend, so you go ahead and make your way up to the roof and kind of like perched up there. You're kind of overlooking the door Are you on like the same side of the street or the opposite side of the street of the tavern?
I want to be able to see. Is the tavern clear on all four sides, or is it up against buildings on other sides?
It's kind of nested in between like two different buildings.
All right, so an alley up to the back.
There's probably there's an alley off to the right hand side of it. The left hand side there doesn't seem to be an alley there. It's butted right up to this residential like building that's there. But
Okay.
the one to the right, it's pretty small, but you definitely have a view down the alleyway.
Do I know if there's a back door or anything?
You're not familiar right now immediately, like if there's any sort of side entrance or back entrance. Taking a scan of the room while you were in there, you didn't notice anything like readily visible. There might have been like a for the staff or whatever in the back, but you wouldn't have any sort of view into that.
I'll try to get the best view that I can to see the front and maybe down the side a little bit.
Okay. So you kind of position yourself on the it would be probably the street across the street up on top of those buildings. You're kind of perched up there. You can see a clear shot down the alleyway, and you can see the front door as well.
Okay.
That's kind of the best viewpoint that you can have at this juncture, anyway. You all are just kind of waiting around to see if Finger shows up.
I think that's
Yeah, pretty much. If
Yeah,
he doesn't,
get at the table.
if he doesn't show up, I can probably talk to a contact in the slums and figure out where he's at or where he's been.
Right. Okay. How much did I get?
Oh, off the guy's coin purse for the drunk.
Oh, you have about 2.5 gold worth of coins. So it'd be,
Like
an array of silver and copper or whatever.
Wow, I really
so-
can't wait until 9th level.
So you guys, 6th level, you mean? 6th is
No.
best.
6th level will be nice, but 9th level, the ability to just walk up vertical surfaces will be real helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys wait around for a little while. It seems like forever. The anticipation. You're like, is he even gonna come? Like it's something. But after a while, Theron, you see a small gnome, kind of matching the description that Robin gave you guys, walking up, and he is sure enough pushing a little cart.
Does he have fingers?
What's that?
Does he have fingers?
From this distance, you assume he probably has fingers. He probably has fingers of some sort, yes.
I'd guess he
And,
has toes as well.
Most likely. You would assume.
Why don't they call him
Unless
phalanges
proved
then?
differently.
Probably because most people don't know the word phalanges.
Well,
So
I
he
am not most people.
he
have a
kind of
19
saunters. He kind of saunters up, and he's whistling like a little bit of a happy tune, and he goes into the ale house. That's where he's headed anyway. Everybody else a little bit delayed, but you do see this gnome kind of not bust through the door, but walk through the door and kind of go up to the bartender, and he tosses him about 15 gold. From what you can see, it's a pretty decent little sack of coin, and the bartender comes back with a few casks that he sets on his cart, and then Fingers heads on back out the door.
So I'm going to attempt to follow at a safe distance.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I'm going to try to follow from the rooftops.
Okay, also being stealthy, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Anybody who's trying to be stealthy, make a stealth check at this point.
I'll try. No promises.
Ooh! Nobody sees me.
No, you're vanish.
I'm not so stealthy.
I mean, a 10's not horrible. So you guys, are you just following him to see where he's headed?
Yep.
Okay.
just out for an evening stroll in generally the same direction.
Right. So you guys kind of wait for a few seconds and follow him out the door and just kind of, meander his general direction. He's a gnome, short legs, not that hard to follow, even if you're, trying to be casual and he's practically running. Uh, so you're able to follow him. Theron, you have a pretty good vantage point. He's pretty jovial. He's very, happy, whistling a little bit of a tune and just kind of pushing his cart down southward. So you guys pass Watcher's Grove. Still doesn't seem like he's noticed you guys, or at least shown that he's noticed you.
Where are we
You
at?
follow
it? Sorry.
So you're just south of Watcher's Grove.
Okay.
Which is kind of on the west wall
Yep.
there. And he goes past that and he heads down south. You can tell he's definitely headed towards the slums. And the slums is not really walled off, but it's sort of like most of the slum dwellers don't want anybody that's not from the slums in there necessarily. So there's kind of like makeshift barricades and walls that are, definitely provide a bordered line. Right. There's definitely like a distinct line of when you're in the slums, when you're not in the slums, that sort of thing. And you can see in the distance, you can see this kind of border, and he seems to be headed straight for there. Are you guys just still following him, or what's your plan?
Yeah, well, I'm from the slums, so I just don't bother me.
Same.
I'll just keep walking. I'll just tell the other two, like, hey, you guys might want to just back up off of me just a little bit. I don't want people to think like we're together. Might be bad for you. And then just kind of keep walking.
I'm going to take Gareth's arm and back up a little bit, and I want it to look like we're together.
Okay.
Just on a stroll, no biggie, casual.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue my roof
Yeah, go with
hopping
it.
into the slums.
Yep. Okay, so the buildings here have pretty uniform roof level as far as in the city of Kintala, so it's fairly simple to go from roof to roof. Getting across like intersections and roads is a little bit difficult, but you're able to do it pretty easily. You're familiar with this kind of stuff. Slums, however, I mean, a lot of it's just shacks. There's not really like a uniform roof line to even follow, so it's a little bit more difficult to do that. As you guys enter into the slums, which you guys know is not the safest of places, even for people of your skills and talents. It's there are other gangs in there. Ebonclad's not the only criminal organization. There's the slum snakes that you are familiar with, and other slum gangs that, I mean, they're just there to make a quick buck off anybody that they can in the area.
Dodgeball.
Right.
Quick question. So we're in the slums. I'm from the slums. Do
Yep.
I know fingers in some kind of passing knowledge?
Know of him. He's just kind of a.
He's just that guy.
Like,
just like you know him because he's a short
Yeah.
gnome that runs through the slums. Like it stands
basically,
out.
like, yeah, he's people know him. Dale has like his own kind of group of cronies that seems to his own posse. But again, like Reese said in the beginning, he's small time. He's not usually something that Ebonclad worries about because he's not a threat to them at all, and
Right.
they kind of just let him do his own thing, and
This is so all of this is so new to me because like I have spells that I have to worry about. I don't know how those work.
You cast them.
Spell slots, combat. Yeah, but where do I? Okay, there. I mark it off up there. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys
I will.
follow him. You're going to continue to follow him into the slums. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna close the gap between me and Fingers,
Okay.
and then at about the point, if he notices me, I'm gonna start talking.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep opening the gap between us. I want to make sure that if we cause any trouble for some reason, that it's not going to alert Fingers.
Okay. All right. 1 second
I'm
here.
just gonna kind of shadow Fingers.
I think it's called Shadow
What is
Puppets.
that noise? What is that noise? Oh, that. Okay.
A beautiful sound.
Okay. Hang on 1 second here.
So I don't know, because like I'm not trying to alert him, but at this point I'm not really worried if I do. I guess is what I'm trying
All
to
right.
say. Like
Okay.
I don't want to see how far I can get. I don't want to just whack him over the head with a spell or anything. If I don't
Okay.
need to.
Give me 1 second. So, just to make sure I'm understanding this, Gareth and Jettison are kind of walking, arms locked, and kind of in from the back a little bit. They're definitely trailing back, kind of pretending to meander there. As you guys enter into the slums, people seem to be. Hang on, I need to pause for a second.
I hear that. Okay, so break time. I'll make food.
We pause for 5 minutes for station identification. Please stand by.
This session is
Emily.
brought to you by
Back online here, there's speakers and microphones and
Yep.
take
Waiting
the
for
BRB
book.
sound down.
Waiting for book, I think.
He's just role-playing his stealth role right now. Just,
Oh, right. Just gone.
yeah.
So Alex has been watching us off and on
Oh,
Oh, cool.
tonight. But now they might put us up on the TV to watch.
oh God.
Nobody wants to see that. Wait, here, that's better.
Nobody. Who's Alex?
Alex is Natalie's son.
Oh, gotcha.
You have not met him.
No, I don't think so.
It's probably for
He's
the
a
best.
large man-child.
Okay.
Well, he's 6'3". So, but he's faced.
Well, I mean, wait.
Let's see.
6'3" is relative. Is he 6'3" and 5 years old?
No,
I mean, if he's 20,
he's 16.
okay, Jesus. So he's a basketball player.
No coordination.
Oh, that's always a shame. See all that height wasted.
He's 6'3", and then his fro makes him about 7 feet tall. So
There you go.
Nice.
I don't think they count the fro in player height.
well, they should.
The players would want you to think that. I mean, they would think, yeah, man. I don't think it works that way, though.
Is book back yet?
I've got
No?
5-foot vertical jump with my fro.
He said he was
Comb over
making
fro?
food. The problem is that,
Comb over.
like, he's in his kitchen still because that's where the computer is. Well, it's in
Right.
it's in the Eden living room to the side of the kitchen.
Maybe if we all just think book really loud.
Book. You can do it.
You can do it. I finally got through the raid in Destiny 2 the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Took 4 hours.
Oh, man.
It was rough, but it was
That
fun.
doesn't sound fun.
It was actually quite a bit of fun. It was nice to do something besides just shoot bad guys. There were a lot of mechanics in it that were not shooting mechanics to make it work. So it was fun. Once I learned what they were,
Hmm.
it was me and 5 people I'd never played with before, so that was interesting. But they were really nice. It was pretty cool. Well,
Almost ready as soon as book gets back.
so not waste time. I'm just gonna open this obviously unlabeled bottle because, wouldn't want anybody to think I was purposely opening something that was recognizable.
Is that Makers?
Yeah, it's gotta be Makers.
Is that Makers?
Yeah, it's the only thing they dip in wax.
Is that pretty good stuff?
This is the 46, which I really like, actually.
Mm.
The regular Makers is a little spicy for me. It's a lot
Spicy,
of rye.
huh?
It's a lot of
Oh.
rye.
Okay.
A lot of rye in it. And I like bullet rye. I like that one quite a bit. But man, like when that dude put the original Makers recipe together, it was just all rye. That's a little
100% rye.
Yeah, it's a little much. This one is less so. It's made by, if I get this right, his son came up with this recipe. Like the original guy's son came up with 46, and it's made a little different.
Oh.
I got to go. I went on a tour at the distillery not too long ago, which was pretty cool actually. It's one of the cooler ones to go see. So if you get a chance to go to a bourbon tour or something,
Yeah.
go check out Maker's Mark because it's an interesting experience. They focus a lot more on their brand as opposed to like the process, because in reality, like the process is pretty much the same for all of them. Like there's only one way to make bourbon, and they all do it relatively the same. So it was cool to go there where they spent a lot of time focusing on like how they branded their bourbon and how they came up with the wax and the seal and
Sure.
all of that. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But if I remember right, it was his son that came up with the idea for 46, and they take the regular recipe, but then instead of just like a regular charred oak barrel, it's a barrel that has like staves in it, of different types of other woods besides oak. So they get this oak barrel and they run like 2 sets of poles across the barrel, and then on those poles, like when they put the poles in, they run those poles through, I think it's 14 or 12 slats of wood that are a variety of different types of wood, and so it soaks in there even longer, and then when it does that, it takes on the flavor from those staves of wood as well.
Right.
So it really changes the entire taste of it.
Interesting.
And of course, the thing that you can do if you've got enough money is you can go in there and pick out your own 14 boards and have your own barrel, and they call you, 10 years later or whatever, and say, hey, it's ready.
Jesus.
But there was a group in there doing it while we were there, and it's a lot of like company retreat kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's team building, that kind of deal. I tried to get my boss to go for it, and he was like, yeah, no, they're not going to go for that.
So why'd you end up why'd you move?
Well, I'll just put my personal business on the stream. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Turn everything back on now.
Hey,
What
Hook
happened?
decided to show up.
Look who's here,
It's a
y'all.
bug.
So, I killed a man while you were gone.
Really?
Not at all.
Whoopsie.
Okay. All right. So where we left off, you guys were all trailing fingers. I have Gareth and Jettison falling back a little bit, but you guys are still entering the slums. Robin is kind of getting a little bit closer, kind of closing the gap. If Fingers notices, he's just going to talk to him. And then Theron is still kind of vanished and trailing along the rooftops as best he can.
Rooftops, alleys, that sort of thing. Just
Rooftops,
kind of
alleys, yeah.
keeping both the bard and Fingers in sight.
Okay.
And
So,
watching out for any gangs.
Sure. You see, like plenty of vagrants, beggars, things like that. Just, I mean, that's the nature of this area. There's always going to be suspicious-looking people kind of hanging around. Fingers heads down an alley. Robin, you follow him. Gareth and Jettison, you guys are... I have to keep looking up at the names because I don't have these yet. Gareth and Jettison, you guys are back from the alley entrance probably 30, 40 feet at this point. But you see them go and you see Robin head in there. As he goes in, you see him kind of tip his hat a little bit and he just makes like a little motion with his hand. Make a perception check, Robin.
God damn it.
Am I in range to see what's happening?
You would be. Go ahead and make a perception check as well. You can't really see exactly what happened. You saw a weird, kind of unnatural movement with his hand, but nothing else, and he keeps walking down this alley.
I fucking saw it.
You definitely saw it. You saw him toss a single silver coin kind of at the ground a little bit in front of him. And it just kind of hit off the ground and bounced a little bit around a corner of a building. And then he just keeps walking, continues his little whistle and
So
pushing his cart.
I didn't notice what it was, but am I paranoid? But I noticed something, right? And it was abnormal.
You saw him make an unnatural movement with his arm, like he's just been kind of moving along, and then you saw him like kind of more like a twitch than anything, and it caught your eye as being a little weird, but you didn't really see anything else.
But the man is. I'm paranoid.
And then he takes a left around the building corner at the end of this alleyway. He's now out of your sight.
Am I in a vantage point where I could see down that alley to see if there was anybody there to kind of pick up the coin, notice the coin flung over there?
Where you're at right now, no. You're because you're not ahead of the guy. You're just at a good vantage point to kind of follow him. And from where you're at, you don't see anybody.
I'm going to continue to keep Fingers in sight.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I guess I'm going to follow, yeah.
Okay.
I want to react, but I don't know if I'm trying, yeah.
Okay, so as you get to the end of this alley, you kind of get into vision, and there's a figure standing just to the right of the building, and then you saw Fingers take a left at this junction. As soon as you get to that point, he says, "Hey, what about that toll?"
Right, toll, sure thing, mate. There you go. And just throw him the fucking coin purse that the drunkard gave me, because I obviously don't know how much it is. Don't care. So I just throw that bag at him to just keep.
He grabs the coin purse. He looks in the coin purse. It's like,
future payments and whatnot. Just let me know when I run out.
Yep, I got you, man. I got you.
looking better. I just way overpaid.
Way overpaid. You see a couple other figures that they don't look homeless. They're definitely standing there with purpose in this kind of little bit open area behind some of these buildings. And then you see fingers down there, down the alleyway a little bit further. Still going. Now he did notice the noise, and he seems to have been picking up his pace a little bit now, as much as he can.
I'm presuming that none of the people there noticed me at all.
Not at all. You were able to. There's a building, like the alleys between these two buildings. You were able to find a way up on top and kind of circumvent the alleyway altogether.
I'm presuming your microphone doesn't have a mute button, and that's why I can hear you chew all your food. God! Only certain things drive me up a fucking wall, and that's one of them. I'm sorry.
All right. So
Sorry,
you were able to kind of circumvent the alleyway situation, but you did see it as Robin kind of fell into the situation. You did see what happened, but you were not seeing yourself. Gareth and Jettison, what are you guys doing? You guys, are you following him into the alley? You did not see any of that take place necessarily.
I think
We saw where they
have
turned, though,
to
right?
You did,
follow.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll
Yeah.
continue following.
At
So
the
as you
distance.
come up to the section, you get the person kind of steps out into your direct path and says, "Hey, the toll? What's with you people tonight? Just 3 people now. Just haven't. Do you think this thing's free?"
I wouldn't make such an assumption. I reach into my pocket and toss him a silver. 2 silver for the girl.
All right. Well, I guess that's. Yeah. All right. Go on.
Have a good night.
Tell
Continue
the man
on.
2 gold, then all of a sudden he thinks he's gonna make money all
You
night.
hear him kind of speak to one of his buddies that's also kind of just like meandering around. He's like maybe we should up our prices.
So
Swear to God though, if one more person thinks that this place is a free juncture, I don't care if they pay me the toll. I'll bash some place skull in.
So okay, so I see how far I need numbers now. How far
So,
away is Finger
now,
from me distance wise?
You're probably about 25 feet. He's probably about 25 feet in front of you, but he's going at a pretty decent pace, almost a run.
Well, it's a run for a gnome.
Right, you're faster than him by far, but he's definitely picked up his pace.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking to him because at this point I feel like he's trying to get away from me. So I'll just be like, "Oh, Fingers, is that you? What are you doing
kinda
with
looks
all
back.
that booze?
Stocking up for a party?
And you weren't gonna invite me? I feel a little hurt, mate. I mean,
Do
I
I
thought
know
we
you?
went back. Of
Do I
course
know
you
you?
know me, like, because it's dark, right? So he can't clearly see.
Right, he can't really see. Who is that? I can't. I don't think I know you.
Of
As
course.
you get a little bit closer.
Fingers, you know everybody, and everybody knows you. But I mean, I thought it was.
Well,
I
that's
helped
true.
you out of that spot a while back, and I thought we were close. I am a little bit offended.
Well, go ahead and make a deception check.
Yeah, there we go. That's in here somewhere.
Come on, monkey.
Skills monkey.
Oh my
with
God.
a 1.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use luck.
I've known a better bard.
I have a +7. Okay, calm down.
I mean, this is serious +7.
Stick him with the pointy end.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Wow. I'm still at
Oh
9.
God, I hope
That's
you're better
not
at that.
terrible.
You
No,
know, a
9
9
is
is
not
not actually terrible, considering you rolled a 2.
I'm saying.
Hang on.
I gotta check off the.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm already
he's-
2.
I think you've got me confused with someone else. I don't think I don't think I know you. But
Fingers, nobody confuses you for anybody else. I mean, let's
Well,
just be honest with each other.
what's your name?
It's me. It's Robin. Come on, you remember me. There was a thing a while back, and at this point, I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Oh God.
Okay. And what is that?
I don't know what we do now.
So you cast Charm Person, and
It
so
must
he
make
has
a
to roll a
wisdom
save.
saving
I
throw.
believe he's got to roll a save.
Yeah, it's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed until the spell ends, or until your companions do anything harmful to it.
Okay.
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
You said it's a Wisdom save.
It is. I don't know what it's against.
Your spell save.
It's your
So
it's your spell save DC.
What is it?
So
10.
Charisma.
Is it
8
So
plus
it's going to be
charisma?
8
it's
plus
gonna be
charisma plus your
8?
proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Is it 8 or
8?
is it 10?
8 plus charisma
Let the
plus
DM talk.
proficiency.
That's exactly what I said, just to say.
8
Yeah.
plus charisma, which is plus 3, plus proficiency, which is 2. So 8 plus 5
13.
is another.
Yay, math!
That's a 13.
There we go.
Okay. So he fails his Wisdom saving throw. So Fingers is now charmed.
Are you really going to tell me you don't remember?
No, I think you know what, you're right. I think you did the thing with the guy.
Yeah,
I
the guy
know
that was
what you're
coming
talking
after you, and I kind of, gave him a what
Right.
for, and then we went about. But, I thought,
about.
right.
Right.
So where's the party at, mate?
It's I'll tell you what, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but it's for Dale. The guy that did that heist. We're stocking up. I think we're getting out of this town because he's got a coin purse. I think we can pretty much retire.
Retire? That's fucking nuts, mate.
Well,
That's good on you, though. I mean, getting out
Retire
of
for
here,
us.
right?
Retire for us.
Oh,
Retire
of course.
for us.
I would not
we're-
presume.
we're not we're not living like luxury here, but we're having a good time with what
But
we
you
got.
you'll finally get out of the slums.
We gotta keep this quiet. We gotta keep this quiet, man.
Right, well, of course. I'm not the type. You know me. I'm not the type of man to go around blabbing.
Right? No, I do know you. Apparently.
Exactly. Look, I just feel like, you've been out here. You've been walking for quite a while, though. Like, I wasn't sure if it was you at first. I didn't want to, spook somebody that was going to turn around and give me an old shaking. But I'm glad everything's working out for you. Why don't I give you a hand getting this down the way? When we get close, I'll just peel off, and I don't want to cause trouble. Just want to help my friend. Me and you are boys.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, let me get this for you. I got the arms
cool.
for it.
We're almost here. You remember Big Kelvin? He's just around the corner here. We'll definitely he'll remember you, right?
Probably. It's been a while. I've been in and out. I've been up at north side of town a lot doing, working around trying to get my own legs. But it's just not been working out very well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
But
come on,
you can
we'll say
just
hi to
vouch
Kelvin.
for me. You can just vouch for me and let me through. I'm helping you out, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
We'll say hi to Kelvin and yeah, if you want to help me out. So he starts walking down the alleyway. Gareth and Jettison, you guys see him. You see Robin talking to Fingers. You kind of post up a little bit and is still keeping your distance a little bit, and then you
It's
see
already my favorite
kinda
D&D game ever.
chit chat back and forth.
This is so
You
much
kind
fun.
of chit chat back and forth, and then you see him kind of head off. And Robin, you turn a corner, and at the end of this alleyway, it's a dead end, and there's a large sewer grate on the floor, and kind of standing guard. He's definitely like posted up. He's standing guard. He's trying to keep watch. Is just a mammoth of a person. He's probably 7.5 feet tall, just huge.
The guy that I should have cast Charm Person on.
He just huge, and he's standing there guard. As soon as you guys start approaching, he's, hey Fingers, who's this? You're not supposed to bring anybody back here. I don't know much, but You're not supposed to bring anybody back
Oh,
here.
no. Me and Fingers go way back. He's not bringing me back anywhere. I was just trying to help him. He's got those little legs. They were starting to wear out on him is all. And I was helping him with the bags.
He does have kind of
I mean, he's
legs.
got a little
Kind of
legs.
chuckles out of that.
Funny, you know.
Chuckles at that a bit. Fingers, hey, can we stop making fun of my legs here?
Come on. It's all right,
Calvin, it's okay. It's okay. He just giving me a hand with the cart. It gets heavy. I don't see you carrying the cart. Kevin's just not happy. He's got to go now.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you can take it from here, right? I mean, you big man like yourself probably just doesn't even need the cart. Just grab the things up and go on, right?
Right. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
good,
you need to go now.
Yeah. No worries, man. I'm not trying to cause any trouble. So, Figures, good seeing you again, buddy. Glad we got to talk and catch up. Hopefully,
Hey.
What's up?
Yeah, you too. It was good. Thanks for the help.
No worries. Hey, if you got any work, I mean, well, I'll catch you around probably. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So I'm just gonna, all right, bye, and kind of just walk.
And then Finger starts wheeling the cart, and Calvin just kind of grabs the cart and just like lifts it up. It's a gnome cart, so it's like
right.
It's
Nothing
to him. So he picks it up, and they start walking over towards the sewer grate. And you see Calvin reach down with his hand and just lift up the sewer grate. It's huge, and kind of set it off to the side and leaving a crack. And then he goes back and he's kind of posted, manning his post.
Right.
What would you like to do now?
I'm going to
Has
use.
it been 5 minutes yet?
I'm going to use minor illusion.
What happens in 5 minutes?
How long
what
is your
happens in
duration
5
on that
minutes?
spell?
1
An
hour.
Oh, 1 hour.
Charm,
Okay.
charm person is an hour.
So the clock is ticking. You are correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was
I'm
the
going to
5 minutes
use
or 1 hour.
minor illusion
Okay.
to make a whispering sound next to apparently Robin, as he gave his name to Fingers,
Okay.
and just say, "Psst, go up."
Okay, I'm gonna go up something.
Can you do that with minor illusion?
I can make any sound I really want. Create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
Is a sound
The
a
illusion-
voice though?
The illusion also ends if you dismiss it. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, a
alright.
lion's roar, a beating of drums, or any other sound you choose. The sound continues unabated through the duration, or you can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends.
I've never seen minor illusion get used as a whisper,
As a
messaging.
whisper, yeah,
that's good.
sharp.
I like it.
I do like it.
Oh,
I have that too.
Because it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes,
cantrip.
it is.
It's a cantrip.
And we could, seriously, if me and him worked together, we could use minor illusion to make the grate appear like it's back in place.
It is back
No?
in place though.
No, he didn't put it back in place.
Oh, he didn't. He's still.
Nope.
Oh.
You see Theron, you see Fingers start crawling down a ladder into the sewers, and you can hear him just be like, I hate this friggin' trip. It's so it smells so bad down here.
I don't have
So yeah,
a way.
I give Robin a heads up that I'm on the rooftop, so. And then I end the thing so it doesn't just continue repeating that in the same spot.
Robin, you nonchalantly kind of look up and you see Theron kind of up on the roofs.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but I pretty much made Nightwing here, so.
Gareth and Jettison, what are you guys doing? You see Robin come back out of this alley a little bit, and you guys kind of meet him there at that corner. You still haven't seen around this corner, but you're now kind of face to face with Robin.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, so
I'm
we're
gonna
all up
keep-
top now?
I'm gonna keep my eyes on the alleyway. Well,
Oh, I didn't know you went up by Theron.
Were you telling me to go up or look up? What were we doing with that?
go up.
Go up. So I'm going up.
Okay, so you
Probably
go around the
don't want
corner.
to do it in
Not right in
front of the
front of-
guy.
Yeah.
Big
No, you
cow.
go around the corner and just kind of try to find a way to crawl up there. And as you do, Gareth and Jettison kind of arrive at that location as you're kind of crawling up.
Hey,
I'll
hold
keep
up.
an eye on the alleyway while they're working their way up.
Do I have,
Hold up a second. Hold up a second. What's going on? That's directed at you.
Okay.
Robin.
You said, hold on.
Sorry.
Wasn't sure.
I thought you were talking to somebody off screen.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, so fingers went down into the hole there, and big large man is in between us and the hole, and we've got about 15 minutes before this all goes pear-shaped.
Can someone else silence the man? I can take care of him if you can silence him.
I can, but you guys aren't up here.
Well, then let's go
Um,
Well, you guys are all headed. I think you guys are all headed up, or
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Gareth stopped him, but yeah, you guys can all head up to the roof if you'd like. I'll need you guys to make athletics checks. Make athletics checks, please.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to slowly make my way up.
Gareth makes it, and so does Robin.
I
Jesus.
can't fucking get a
Wow.
social skill, but I'll fucking jump up onto a rooftop like I'm a
It doesn't
cat.
take long at all. Like it's like there's handles, boom, you guys are up on the roof.
Well, to be fair, Gareth and I were soldiers, so you know,
Uh,
True.
We got skills.
yeah.
Got
All right, so-
skills.
fingers went down into the sewers there, but Big Cal is guarding it, and I don't. He's a large man.
I can restrain him. I can
For
I
how
can-
long?
8 hours.
Oh yeah, I suppose that would work. All right,
I've got a couple of options.
do that.
I can restrain him. I can't silence him. He will be able to shout if I restrain him.
Well, we just put shirt in his mouth, or rags or something in his mouth, and he
Well,
won't be able to
I mean,
talk.
we can do. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I just need. Well, I probably have rope. Hang on. Do I have rope?
Yeah.
I've got rope.
Rope.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got
I have plenty of rope. Okay.
That's scary.
Kind of D&D game would it be without a rope?
So I can restrain him.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, well,
Can I see him?
I can get back down there and distract him a bit, and maybe you come down behind him and do your thing.
Honestly, if you can restrain him, I'm pretty sure we could keep him quiet with something as simple as a brick.
Okay. All I need to do. That'll work. I just need to place this rope down there, and once he steps into the rope,
Got it.
Robin.
Say no
Robin,
more. I'm on it, and I go back down the whatever
Well,
I
I-
used to get up.
I have to place the rope first.
Right. I'll distract him. Wait for you to place the rope, and then I will get him to the spot. Just get it close.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go back down and approach Big Cal again.
I
I'm
will
gonna
go
be
back.
out of sight, but very close to the edge, so I can jump off if need be.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
back down.
So, Nikki, just a heads up. Snare the spell is a 1 minute cast time. Just so you know.
Oh,
So
It's
he has
not
this.
an action cast. The cast time that it takes you to prepare the spell and actually engage the spell, like actually infuse the rope with the magic needed for the
Yep.
snare spell, takes 1 minute of concentration to complete. After that 1 minute, then it can be activated, but
Yeah.
it takes you a minute for that. Okay, just
So
so
wait.
you know.
Yeah.
Does
I
she
can,
have
I mean,
to wait?
You can cast it for. I can cast for a minute. You can distract for a minute, right?
Right. But my question then is, does the rope have to be in place, and then,
Yes.
or can she
Yes.
I have
hold
to
onto
pla-
the rope
while-
and go humana, and then throw it?
Nope.
No, I have
Okay.
to place the rope. I have to cast it while I'm placing the rope.
Yep. Rope has to be in the place where it's going to be when you cast the spell.
okay.
Oh, it's just
I mean, it's a cool spell, and it would
Right.
work.
But I'm not gonna be able to get him to move.
Where do I see him right
I'm-
now?
I'm glad we went over this because
Where is he right now?
So you can see him from your vantage point, kind of just peeking over the rooftop. He's at the end of this dead-end alleyway with that sewer grate kind of behind him, and he's standing guard facing the entrance to the alley.
Okay, so if I go back down, can I cast it or use my time to cast it in the direction that he's not facing? Like, can I do it? See what
So
I'm saying?
you have to be touching the rope while you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna try and sneak down behind him while I'm talking to him for a minute, with you standing there touching a rope, and then I've got to knock him into it somehow.
It's
and
a
then
5-foot
trip.
radius, so can I slip behind something?
There's nothing there.
But he doesn't have to be. I mean, he doesn't have to be next to it while I cast it. You just have to get into it.
Look, I love
After I cast it.
I love the fact that you've got this little trick, but there are two of you that used to be soldiers, and if I distract him, maybe you could just drop down behind him and hit him over the head.
I prefer not to kill the man.
Well, just hit him over the head. I didn't say kill him.
What if I made him scared of me?
I mean, that's another thing, but then we don't want him to
If
yell.
you hit him over the head, then we tie him up and shove something in his mouth. It's the same as your little trick, but I don't have to talk to him for a minute. He's a very short-tempered man. I'm just a bit worried.
Fine. I'll hit him over the head with my big-ass staff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go over to the side there and.
I mean, okay, and at this point,
Yeah.
I have to ask
I like the
questions.
snare idea better.
I know.
We could,
me too.
okay, all right, fine. We'll
Okay.
try the fancy trick,
All right.
but just
All
know.
right. You guys taking way too long. Listen, go around the not Deja, Jettison. Go around the corner, cast your snare. Mr. Robin, is it? I assume.
Yeah.
Get his attention. Back away. Don't step in the snare. And
Well, I have to.
simple as that.
Crap.
Oh,
no,
simple
wait.
as that. Lead him around the corner. You'll be done in a jiffy.
I don't think he's gonna get around the corner. That's gonna be.
Poke him really hard and make him follow you.
Fine. I'll get him there. I'll figure out a way. Fine. All right.
Don't worry. I've got your back if you need it.
All right. The code word is dingo.
Dingo. Okay.
Dingoes eat the baby.
Right. If it all goes pear-shaped, I say dingo. You hit him in the head.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna climb
Okay.
back down the ladder.
Don't hit the snare.
Got it.
All right. Just I'm ready in action on code word dingo. I'm going to jump on top of Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin or
All
Calvin?
I think
Kelvin.
it's Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Question.
All right. Yeah.
Because this might go south. It's gonna go south.
This is great.
What do I have poisons yet? I would think so.
Roll me a percent die.
Oh shit.
Just two d10s.
Roll really well.
Those are tens. I just want to know, like, if I have like a sleep poison or something that I can jab him with. All right,
Okay.
there's 2d10s.
13%.
So you have. Hang on.
13
I
or
need to bring
30?
up the. I need to
No,
bring up.
technically that would be 3%.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're
That would
right.
be 3%. Hang on 1 second.
Wait,
Where is it? Where is it?
how is that 3%?
Because it's
'Cause
0,
a 10 is a 0.
10 is a 0, yeah.
Oh,
It's
'Cause on
not
the,
0,
on the
1.
die itself, it's a 0.
And now if you roll double tens, it's 100.
Right?
No?
I'm not using my last luck on that. I gotta save that for what I'm assuming is going to be in the next 2 minutes.
Hey, this is gonna be great.
If it works.
Okay.
I think it's
You
gonna work.
have-
1 minute. You're a bard.
you can cast it before he even goes and distracts.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's looking away, I can start casting it. And as soon as you notice him looking...
So you have one dose of what is called outhouse poison.
That's the one I needed.
What that does is it basically gives them
Gastro.
diarrhea.
It gives them gastro.
About an hour after they ingest it.
Oh,
That's
an hour.
only-
It takes an hour. Okay.
That's the only poison that you currently have on you.
That's what
Good
Gareth
to know.
had in China.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
Repeated doses.
all right. Okay, well, at least I know that. All right.
So
So
can
I'm.
I get down there without him seeing?
Hmm?
Can I get down there without?
Yeah,
Kevin
the way
seeing?
you came. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
down to where he is.
No, down to where we were before.
Okay.
Okay,
Around that
yes, you
corner.
can climb back down.
Okay, so I'm gonna start casting, and then you follow
Got
and
it.
distract.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll wait
so-
for you to, so that way I know where the rope is.
Yes.
So you place your rope and you start casting. There are people kind of in the streets, and they're looking at you. The spell is mostly an incantation, so it's very you're. Actually,
What
no.
kinda-
It's
how
only,
many
it's only
people?
somatic. It's only somatic. Hang on. So you're just kind of like laying this rope out and kind of just casting the spell. And there's people that are kind of looking at you like there's one beggar that kind of just like walks by and it's like, I'm just gonna stay away from that. It's kind of a weird thing going on, but
Is
they
anybody
kind of
taking
take note.
too much interest in it?
No, people know to keep their nose out of business in the slums. That's that's how you wind up dead.
Right.
So nobody's
Small
taking
people.
like too much of an interest, but they're definitely noticing something going on here. So, but you're able to get the cast off just fine, and there is now an active snare outside the alleyway to the left.
Got it. So I'm gonna come back round the corner and talk to my buddy Cal.
He sees you. I told you to get out of here.
Well, I mean, I live around here, mate. Like I
You
can't
don't want
just
me to. You don't want me to tell you again.
Well, now wait, and I'm outside of arm's reach.
Yep.
Now look, I'm not saying that you're having a bad time at the job, but I mean, is everything okay? Because you seem a little bit grumpy today.
I'm not grumpy. This is just me.
This is
And
just
you
how
need
you
to-
are, like
you
all
just-
the time.
Yeah,
Just
this is
shitty
how
with
I am,
everybody.
and the way you need to be is not here.
Right, I mean, I get that, but Fingers was supposed to come back. He owes me a little bit of money. Like, I can't just let that go unnoticed.
Well, you're gonna have to get it some other time because he's gone.
I'm sure he's going to come back out of wherever mystery hole he's climbed into, right?
Maybe.
Right,
Sometimes,
so like,
sometimes they don't come back.
I'll just stand right over here and just wait for him to come back. Then it's not like, I mean, you're
No,
doing a
you-
fine job of standing there looking.
And he's
pissed.
I don't. I mean, if I need to, I will move you from this area.
You're not.
I'd rather not. I'd
let's
rather
be,
not.
let's be fair. You're not gonna move me.
And he takes a step forward and
I'll take
reaches
a step
out.
back. Like, we're gonna cat and mouse this a little bit. I gotta draw them out.
You can see he's just like frustrated. He's like, ugh. And he kind of takes off at you a little bit little bit quicker steps.
All right, I'm gonna start backpedaling, and then, ooh, this is gonna be hard, but I want to try it because if everybody else is doing something fun, I want to do
Oh,
something fun
God.
too.
You just charmed a person, so.
I
That's
know,
true.
but this is gonna be so cool if it works.
He continues. He now starts rushing you. You're pretty much a full run at you.
How big is? Well, no. Oh, I'm thinking of Bigsby's hand, not Mage Hand. Mage Hand is just like an actual hand, right?
Mage
Yeah.
hand is an
Say it.
invisible hand. Mage hand is an invisible hand.
But
Arcane
it
Trickster
can
Rogues.
do things.
No, Arcane Trickster Rogues can do extra stuff with them, but it specifically says in the spell you can't attack or injure anybody with it.
I didn't want to injure him. I just wanted to push him. But if I can't do that, that's fine.
You can't push them, but you could use it as sort of like a distraction. Like they would feel something, but it's not. It's not like it's not an attack.
You could give him a magical wet willy.
I mean, I can go. Okay, I should have resolved this ahead of time, but I just can't step into it, right? Like if I jump over it and clear it, I'll be okay.
Yeah, in theory.
Oh man. All right. Well, I will do that. Because I would think that that would work. Like I'm not gonna step in the snare. I'm just gonna round the corner and be like, "You're gonna have to be faster than that," and then I'm gonna jump over the snare.
Okay. Make an acrobatics or athletics check. Because you're going to have to clear 10 feet.
It's 5 feet.
It's a 5-foot radius.
Hey.
Right. You right.
Well.
That
Guys.
might not have been thoroughly thought through.
I mean, I don't have to clear it directly. I just want to, cut the corner maybe.
Here's the thing.
'Cause
I'm
I
not
was
very good at
thinking-
math.
I was thinking
Well,
I was only clearing 5 feet as well.
But a 25-foot rope, if I make a square, although that's a circle, still wouldn't be a 5-foot radius.
That's just
Hey.
it's the spell though.
It's magic.
It's simply math.
It's magic.
The rope may only be, 25 feet. But the aura of magic. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Can I be like, "Psst, come over by me"?
Are you going to try to jump it? Or are you just going around it?
Well, if I go around it, I'm afraid he's gonna go around it.
But if you're going around a corner, he might not see you. Not.
I mean, he's right there. He is right on your tail.
Yeah, then I've just got to try and clear it. I can't inspire myself, right? Because I'm not that high of a bard.
You
Right.
can't inspire yourself?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at your bardic inspiration. I don't know.
I didn't think you could use it on yourself until later.
Huh?
I need clarification. It doesn't. When I click on it, it doesn't tell me anything.
Says you can inspire others. So I would say you cannot use it on yourself.
Yeah, I think that comes at higher levels.
Well, this could get interesting real
All
quick here. Too late to go back.
Here we go. And I'm going to use my last luck of the day.
Oh God.
Because that's what you do
God.
when you can't jump over things.
That is what you do.
Can't roll for shit. Okay.
You do. So you get enough speed that you are able to clear this rope, or the snare area that you kind of mentally plotted out. You clear it, and hang on 1 second. He does not. He falls into the trap basically, and he is now snared. Immediately, this rope just kind of twists himself around this giant guy, and he kind of falls face forward as he wasn't expecting this sort of a situation, and he tries to get up, but he can't. He is
He's actually supposed to
incapacitated,
succeed on a
restrained.
dexterity saving throw.
It's a dex saving throw.
Yep.
So what's your DC?
14.
Okay, so he did not succeed on that.
He's restrained,
So he is restrained.
and
All
he
right.
can make a dexterity saving throw at the end of each of his turns. But we can knock
Because
him
he's got
out.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Oh,
say
yeah.
we knock him out.
Grab somebody, get a brick.
I will.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop a brick off the roof on his head.
Don't kill the guy.
Put something in his mouth
Okay.
first so that he can't be like,
Make
"Oh!"
make an attack roll with advantage.
Attack roll with advantage. I'm just gonna use my dart attack roll.
That's fine.
I can just. I'm right here. I could just hit him in the head.
You're really?
You have a brick ready?
I have my staff ready.
I have
Yes.
my cane, which is a bludgeoning weapon.
I suppose. Go ahead.
I still dropped a brick on his head.
What
Okay,
is-
so that
we're gonna get.
hit.
There we go.
That hit.
It's advantage.
That just hit.
Yeah.
Yes, advantage because he's prone and you're right
What's
there.
the
making
damage
a
for
melee
a
attack.
brick from a 20 foot roof?
I don't know, 4.
I'm just saying, restrained and prone. Like I think that's
So many
automatically
ones.
hits.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of ones.
I'm also thinking that I hit.
Okay. So you guys all 3 hit. So as he gets wrapped up, we've got a brick.
I got 10 points.
We've got Jesus.
Hold on, my brick is a D4, right?
Yeah.
But we don't. Well, I guess we do have to roll damage because you have to decide.
I'll go ahead and just roll the dart damage.
I thumped him a good one.
So did I.
Jesus.
Oh!
Pretty decent.
Well, we didn't want him making any noise,
True.
so we all acted.
As he hits, he just boom, 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 bricks, stabs, canes.
I'm just sitting up here on the roof thinking.
Kelvin is now sleeping. He is taking a bit of a nap.
Did someone
Leave it
have
alone.
sleep for
I'm just on the roof
spell?
thinking, oh god, don't
What's that?
backstab anyone.
Actually, immediately after dropping the brick, I step back behind Gareth, so that the only thing anybody sees about the brick drop is going to be the big fighter guy standing on the rooftop.
God, you had to drop a brick on him.
Nice.
All right, so I say you shove something down his throat. Make sure the ropes are extra tight. Double up if we need it. He's a big man, and then we get going.
I'm going to send a mirror image.
Is that a concentration spell?
Or not mirror image.
Not anymore.
Nice.
I don't believe so. Yeah.
I'm going to use minor illusion to whisper to Robin, who is really the only person I've talked to this whole time. So, like,
And only with minor illusion.
yeah, really. Oi, don't forget to bring him back into the alley.
All right. So I grab him and start dragging him.
Why are you
What's your
dragging him?
strength? What's
I
your strength?
will. I'll climb down and I'll pick him up.
I was gonna get Jettison to help me. I wasn't gonna do it by myself.
I'll
Right,
climb
he's a
down
big-
and I'll pick
Right,
him
so
up.
the bard and the wizard are going to drag a 7 foot tall.
The
Because the
wizard
fight
with
is
a
too busy.
17 strength.
Oh yeah, the wizard with a 17.
Muscle
strength.
wizard.
Muscle wizard gets this.
do you want me? What check do you want me to make?
Just a strength check, athletics check works.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's strength.
Okay. So.
I'll also help because I'm there.
Right. Okay.
Just
I make it
strength.
look like I'm helping.
Just straight strength.
Yeah, strength check.
Sorry,
So-
guys.
Gareth gets
Put on
down
my
there and
oath.
just kind of drags the body. Everybody else is like, it's kind of one of those things where somebody's doing all the work and everybody's trying to they're trying to help,
No
but there's
bullshit.
no
I'm sitting there going, oh, it's about fucking time you did something around here.
I like to think Gareth just reached down and grabbed the guy's tied up ankles and just
Right.
picked him up and started carrying him. And then Robin and Jet just kind of went over and they're holding like a thumb or something.
That's
And
probably
Right.
accurate.
Trying to grab his shoulders as he's being dragged.
You drag him back into the alleyway, kind of probably further down towards the sewer grate. What are you guys going to do with him, and what's the plan moving forward?
Cover him
I'm
up,
gonna
hide
rob
the
Wait,
him.
body.
his
and-
pockets, yeah. What's in
Yeah,
his
I'm
pockets?
gonna rob him first.
Okay, investigation checks. See what he's got on him.
Do I have to investigate if I literally am just going
I
through his
guess
pockets?
just kind of going through his pockets. So he's got a few. He's got one coin purse on him. It's only got about 3 silver on it and about 12 copper pieces. So not a whole lot of money.
I check
You
his
do
boots.
find in his boot, his left boot, is a crumpled up piece of paper. You unravel it and you see this. Looks to be some sort of a map.
Well,
Cool.
if I was a betting man, Kelvin, not the smartest of characters, we're at City. D probably stands for Dale.
Can I read this map? Like, is it a well enough drawn map that I can read this?
It is exactly how it looks on the screen there.
So do I have to make some sort of check?
No, we just go into
No,
the
I
tunnel.
mean, you can see.
Okay.
You can
First
see.
left, first
The fucking
right.
lines
second
are where
left.
where the sewers
Second
go.
right.
All right,
Just follow the
fine.
lines.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's get moving then.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Because we got about, what, 55 minutes now?
Probably like 50 minutes.
Plenty of time.
Right.
And to be fair, we can club fingers on the way through now that we know where we're going.
True.
We don't want fingers to alert Dale, but if we knock fingers out on the way through, like there's no problem there.
It didn't
Hey,
sound very. It didn't sound right.
Darren, you seem exceptionally spry. Would you
I haven't told
to,
anybody my name.
You
oh,
there.
you haven't?
No,
Oh, sorry.
I haven't even spoken to you.
So you guys are headed down into
I
the
just gotta
sewers,
look at
right?
him. But you look
Yes.
exceptionally spry. You want to go scout out ahead?
Yeah, that,
I'm sure you
that
could
be a
outrun a
thing that I
halfling,
do.
right?
Wait, what'd you say?
Gnome. You could outrun a gnome, right?
I could outrun you.
Probably.
Maybe a horse.
Great. All right, let's get moving then. No need to wait around here.
That's not a joke.
So we're all in. We're all heading in.
I'll go down first,
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
which is useful because I've got dark vision.
I do
Yeah.
not.
So it's a bit of a struggle, but you are able to move this grate. It is incredibly heavy, but you are able to move that out. Actually, I think everybody but Robin could probably move it. Oh no, even Robin could. Wow. What? How is that even possible? Every one of you guys has a 15 or greater strength. That's insane. This is like this is the greatest character creation ever.
It's CrossFit, man. We all go to the same CrossFit gym.
We all go
God.
to gold gyms.
So as you as you guys head down into the sewers, the Quintala sewers is a foul place beneath the city, filled with the stink of, as it's described here, 1,000 latrines. People warn their children about the boogeyman that live in the sewers, but you know they're more than likely to run into vermin and excrement down there. Rungs extend from the brick and running beneath the grate, creating a ladder for you to step down into the darkness below. Which
I am completely unconcerned by. I just go down. Actually, how
So
far down does this go?
So it goes down about 12 feet before there's a ledge, and then it's the standard, like sewer with the ledge on each side, and then the river of shit through the middle.
Alright.
I'll cast light on.
I really rather you didn't do that.
Well, you're going to have us, so.
Okay, so you cast light on one of your objects.
I actually want to cast it on Gareth. Do you have a sword?
I do. It's in my sheath right now.
I'll cast it on the pommel of your sword then.
Great. Okay. That's good. That's good.
I just don't want to. I'm not very.
I
tanky,
can't see shit either.
So.
Keep going.
I'm gonna memorize this map and then hand it to them.
Okay. Make an intelligence check to see how well you can just memorize it.
First
I'll
left,
try to memorize
first
it,
right,
and then
first left, second right.
maybe I'll just.
I'm gonna try to memorize it too. Nope, I do poorly. Sorry, guys. My one thing I should be able to do.
Okay. So it is a little bit difficult down here. I would like you guys to. It's difficult to. I mean, not difficult to see for you specifically, but the map you can tell it's not lining up exactly with how the how it actually seems to be laid out. Like there's some correlation, but you're seeing offshoots that aren't on the map and things like that. I would like you. Hang on. Not
there
that
any,
anybody is really bad at any.
I assume
checks
it's
at
not
all.
very clean down here, correct?
I'm not great at intelligence checks.
Just saying.
What's that?
I assume it's not clean down here.
No, it is the sewers.
Okay, so we should see wagon marks, correct?
Like on the
He had his little
on
cart.
the ledge.
Yeah,
True,
we should
he
see
did have his
where he
cart.
was trailing his cart.
Make a survival check.
I'll do it with you. Ooh.
All right. Yeah, you guys are able to successfully follow the tracks around a few of the corners, and you see he crosses over the sewer at one point where there's like a little bridge, and you end up about halfway through on your way, based on what you can see from Dale. Who is leading right now?
That'd be me.
That's what I thought. 1 second. So you get to one intersection that kind of it's man. I wish I could. The one thing I do like about Roll20 is you could ping the map.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was really nice. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack there. I think that was the only thing I miss about Roll20. But you get to a section that you think you're pretty close to where Dale is, and you kind of take this right following these tracks. You
Is it like
hear something very.
right there?
What's that?
Is it like right there?
You can do that. Hang
You
on
can
1
draw
second.
on the map.
Oh,
Yay.
there we go. Right here. Let me expand this out. I forgot you could even do that.
Can you
Right
reshare
there.
the map? I accidentally clicked out of it.
Way to go, Nikki. Way to
Thank
go.
you. Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
Very nice, actually. I forgot you could do that. Sweet. Okay, so it's right in that section right there, basically. And Theron, you notice you step in this kind of oozy-like puddle, and you hear it start to kind of move a little bit. It's not fast, but it does seem to be moving more than just like a ripple from you interfering with a puddle in the ground.
How big?
It is fairly small, or it takes. I shouldn't say small. The puddle itself is about 5 feet wide. It kind of takes up the whole of the ledge that you guys are walking along, kind of the walkway.
I'm jumping over it.
Okay. You are able to jump over and clear that, no problem. But it does seem to be creeping towards you a little bit.
I'm gonna continue moving a little faster, and I'm gonna see if I can catch up to Fingers and just jump over him.
Fingers is nowhere in sight. Kind of looking around, you don't see him. But you are in the front. Everybody else is kind of trailing behind you. You guys also see, likewise, sort of these ooze-like puddles in the walkway. There are 5 of them spread out across this, kind of intertwined with you guys. So I'm going to share this out here so you guys can get an idea of where you are. And based on marching order, I have Theron up here. And I guess I'm not sure who else as far as marching order goes.
I would take
Because
lead
we're
after him.
We're pretty much single file at this point.
Right.
'Cause you don't want to
I just need to know who's where.
I'll be behind the big guy.
All right, and jettison. Oh, jeez. Here we go. There. And there are the puddles that are kind of in your way.
Did we step over the first few?
You didn't notice it at first until they started moving.
Okay.
It was just like it was basically like anything else at first, and then once it started moving, you were able to notice the difference. That it's not just normal walkway; that there's actually something physically there and moving.
All right. I motioned to the bard to. I kind of like yank him along through and kind of get him on the other side of me.
Okay.
Like get out of here, you know.
All right. So you kind of like reach over, grab his arm, and just kind of like pull him across.
Yeah.
What do you do with that, Robin?
I mean, I'd fucking let it happen, I guess, because I wouldn't know that it was coming.
All right. So now Robin is up here.
Mm-hmm.
So the oozes continue to kind of converge on you, Gareth.
Okay.
Oh, that other one stopped following me?
Well, after Robin kind of went in front, they're not fast. Like, they cannot keep up with you at all. But they're definitely there. So, Robin, actually, I want you to make an athletics check.
Guess what I don't have any more of?
Don't need it.
Shitty rolls, apparently.
All right.
Oh no, you said something.
What's that? Oh, he mentioned it. So you kind of it's easy for you. You grab his hand and he kind of slings you across the next ooze, and now you are on that side. You see Theron down the way just a little bit. It's hard to make him out as there's no real good source of light down there, but you can see a human figure there, or a humanoid figure.
I'll move more that way.
All right. Gareth,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm going for jettison now.
Okay.
Saying,
So you've
get
got
on
to
the
go
other side of
through.
these. Yep.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So it is they are right there. So are you trying to jump over them?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check to jump over.
Can I give him an inspiration dice?
You can.
Let's do that.
Well, he already rolled.
Sorry.
I
But
announced it.
that's fine. I know
He
you
doesn't
did.
have to
You did.
use it right then. I'm going to give him one.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay. So he is going to give you inspiration,
Okay.
which you can I think you can mark real easy, right?
Yeah, there's
That.
on
And then
the
you got a
first.
star. You got a star next to your name on the top left. Okay, so you are able to get over the first ooze, but there's now like a 10-foot section of this kind of slimy ooze. You also have the stuff from behind you kind of creeping towards you. What would you like to do as well, Jettison? What would you like to do?
Oh shit. I have nowhere to go because I have a creature occupying every space that's 4 in
Push
front of
through.
me.
Push
Yep.
through. I don't know.
I can't push through oozes.
Yes, you can. You can enter their squares.
They're oozes.
Don't want to.
I mean, probably don't want to, but
You could try to do the whole jump across, run up, jump across dealio.
I don't know if I can snare an ooze.
I don't know if you have 1 minute to sit there and cast a snare spell while
Yeah, I
the
know.
oozes are creeping around.
I don't think that works like that. No.
You might, but you'll be at least partially digested by the time you finish.
Yeah. I'm going to cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. All right. So
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So I'm not going to necessarily do initiative tracking for this, but you guys will get your first action. So casting mage armor, and then Gareth, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna pull out my swords and I'm gonna stab into the puddle. Or sorry,
Okay.
do I know this is an ooze? Do I know that this is a live thing?
You
that I
know
can
that it is
kill?
moving in not natural ways for a puddle. You know that.
Okay.
And yeah. It is moving in not natural ways to a puddle, so.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna start slashing at it.
Okay, make your attack rolls against the ooze.
I should have targeted it.
That hits. It's fine. That hits. Which one are you attacking? The one to the north or south?
To the south.
To the south. Okay.
1 second here. Do I apply damage to that, or did it already do that? I forget.
Nope. You need to apply damage to it.
Which requires you to target it.
Okay.
Dang it. Yep.
It's a pretty
okay,
good hit.
So
That's fine. I'll take care of that.
there, I targeted it now.
Yep. I'll take
For
care
my
of that.
second slash.
Okay. Make your second attack. That
Well,
hits.
that will hit.
That definitely hits. And
I would
that
like.
is going. So that
ahead.
does kill the ooze.
Okay.
As you attack it and then attack it again, the ooze does kind of like disperse and then just kind of like rolls off the side into the sewer system. However, you notice there is kind of like a goopy substance that is on your sword right now. And
I don't know what
hang
that
on.
means. Okay.
That means, hang on. That means.
Player-wise, I know what that means.
I feel like you shouldn't
So
be too
you
attached
now
to those
have
swords.
a -1 penalty to your damage rolls.
Okay.
At least it's not turning to rust.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you have -1 damage to all of your attack rolls with those weapons.
Okay.
All right. Jettison, you are going to get attacked by
Damn.
ooze number 5.
What was that? Sorry.
So nothing. You are going to get attacked,
Yeah.
and that is going to be a miss. And then you are going to get attacked again. Why won't it let me?
Is ooze number 5 similar to Mambo number 5?
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, but slimier.
Weird. And that's going to be a miss as well. So both of them miss you with their attacks. It's now back to you, Jettison. What do you want to do?
Well, now you've got a hole. Like you can leapfrog.
True.
Right, this guy is
I
gone,
could.
man. You get him out of there.
Because as it was stated, we are faster than these things.
Significantly. Which is why you guys aren't actually in combat, the other two, because you're not actually in danger. You can just like walk away from it. So if you want to get in, you can do an action. I'll let you whenever you want, but you're not in immediate danger.
I'm waiting for now until I see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to leapfrog.
Okay, just make an athletics check, and then Gareth, are you doing the same thing? You guys are just trying to leapfrog this, so I'll do this, and we'll just do an athletics check for each of you to do this.
Ooh.
Okay, so Gareth, you
Gareth is somewhere up
I do
next
want
to
to wait
me.
for Jettison, though.
Gareth isn't, Robin is.
I am waiting for
so-
Jettison.
Together, she jumps over the first one, just barely making it. Her foot gets caught in a little bit, but you were able to grab her, and then together you guys just kind of leap over this other ooze, and then the next one as well. Gareth, you're just kind of like pushing her along, like she's not like being a hindrance, but you're definitely helping her out in this situation, and you guys are able to get past these oozes relatively unharmed.
All right, moving along then.
So we're in the same spot.
I'm going to close that out. And that is going to be it for that. Hang on one second. Let me clear this combat tracker. Okay. After that, you guys
Can
take
I
a few more turns.
Attempt to like clean my sword with anything? Is that a thing?
What do you have on you?
That's a good question. Probably not a whole lot of extra. I would have a handkerchief, I would think.
You can try that.
bed
That's
roll.
fine. You can kind of clean it off with a handkerchief or whatnot.
Yeah.
After cleaning your swords, you can tell that there definitely was some sort of reaction with that ooze, and the swords are not as shiny as they were. You usually take pretty good pride in your swords and keeping them clean. This is not acceptable in your world, but
Okay.
it's what you have right now. So
I'll,
a few more turns.
I'll
and
flip my
you
blades
guys-
over.
Okay, and you guys turn a corner in the sewers to. It's a
Double-edged blade.
dead end, but there's a there's a ladder leading upwards. Based on the map, if you guys followed it correctly, that should be where the X and D are.
That is where the D is.
That's where the D is.
That's
Follow
where
that D.
that's where the
We
D.
have located the
D.
The
D.
D.
Does anyone in here actually want the D?
No.
Look, we get it. You don't like the D. All right, moving on. Did you get that out of the way for this
Gotta
episode?
make the gay jokes.
Anyways.
Oh, man.
Up the ladder we
As
go.
soon as she said that, I thought of the first thing that came to mind from my other campaign,
Oh.
Yeah.
which is the saying that is now endemic to one of the players. It's not gay if you're fey.
I like it.
It's okay in a three-way. A three-way.
God.
Is it?
All right. Going up the ladder.
Actually, I'm looking up first to see what I can see.
Okay.
Maybe through
looking-
the grate at the top.
The grate is pushed aside as it currently is, and hang on, let me get rid of that.
I can't.
1 second here. Okay, so the grate is pushed aside, and you can hear some stuff going on up there. It's hard to make out the exact conversation, but you definitely hear Fingers' voice.
Okay.
And a voice you're not familiar with as well.
Alright, I'm gonna try to quietly go up and listen in.
Make a stealth check.
Good luck.
Ooh.
No! So I slip and fall off the ladder.
Yeah. The rungs are a little bit slippery than you.
I did step in an ooze not long ago.
This is true.
Because I was behind him, so he goes like falling to the ground beside me, right?
Yeah, you see him start to kind of.
So
fall.
I'm gonna like come up as he's going down. I'm gonna take this to get as an opportunity to get in front. When the
Okay.
bricks come out of the barrel. That way, like I'm there. So like if there's a noise and someone comes to investigate, they would see me before anybody else.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And I'm just gonna wait a beat and see what happens.
Hang on
Like,
one
do I
second.
hear anybody like coming over to investigate?
Let me see. No. No one seems to notice the slip up. You still hear conversation, and that's about it.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna then. Is there like, if I get out of the grate, is there like a hiding? Is there stuff between me and the voices?
You don't know.
Well, I'll stick my head out and check.
You're looking up, and
Right. No, I'm gonna go.
use the
I'm gonna
ceiling.
poke my head
Okay.
out and look.
Okay. You go ahead and make a stealth check.
All right.
Yeah.
Yours is better than mine.
I wasn't really trying to be stealthy.
Well, you kind of are. You're not trying to announce that you're there.
It is better than yours, but
Fair, I
By
got
1,
7.
and he beat my
won.
roll by 2.
Again, not really trying to be sneaky, so. I'm
Okay.
not concerned.
I mean,
That's my stealth roll, though.
you climb up and you kind of peek around. It's fairly open. You see this.
2 large men.
And some
Well-
cards.
Hang on. This one's a little smaller.
There we go.
the gnome.
All right. So I'm just
It's
gonna.
it's a fairly
pretty
open room.
Pretty open room.
Hang on one second. Let me bring this up.
Can I get a ruler? What's the distance between me and the bigger of the 2 gentlemen?
So there's no grate blocking the exit, and you can tell right away it leads up to a dimly lit building, not the bustle of the open city. Still, it's more inviting than the dank of the sewer. You're anxiously to be rid of this place. As you begin to climb into the open area above you, you hear a rough voice call down. Nope, that doesn't apply. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, so you see just this open building. You see Dale on the far end. He's kind of trying to like do the whole living in luxury like a king thing. There's pillows. There's like a bedded pillow, and he's got like this big purse on his chest, and you can see there's gold coins kind of falling out of it. He's got a wine cup that he's sipping out of, and just trying to like live it up. And he's kind of chit-chatting with Fingers a little bit, and they're just discussing like it seems to be like some sort of a plan, maybe for leaving the city. That you've already kind of discovered that from Fingers, that his ultimate plan is to get out of here.
As Gareth walks up to me as I'm getting ready to go back up the ladder, I'm just gonna say, if we drop this man down here in the sewer, nobody will ever find him, and nobody knows that he's here now.
Yeah, but killing's so unartistic. It's too
Artistic
easy.
is not being caught.
It's too easy. Yeah,
It's
we can
not
kill the
being
guy,
caught.
but wouldn't it be more fun to not kill the guy?
No.
You 2 are awful not killy for thieves. And now I
Yeah.
just get paranoid all the time with you 2.
I mean, if he dies, whatever. But
I'm already up there. I'm up. I'm walking up to Fingers like
I'm climbing up
we're
the ladder.
pals. Well, give me a second. Give me a second. God damn it. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
I will go to the ladder and kind of hold Shadow Monk or whatever he is, dude, because I don't have a name for him.
I'm gonna
Like,
follow
just
up the
give
ladder
it a
while he
second.
does that.
I'm
just
gonna
in
like
case.
So I'm like climbing up the ladder, right? And I pop my
This
head
is-
out, and it's open, so I know that I'm pretty much busted. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna
So
keep going.
as you pop out, Dale sits up right away, and his face goes a little bit white as he sees you. He immediately reaches for a crossbow that's kind of propped up against his cushions there, and he grabs it and goes to aim at you.
Right. Okay. Couple points of interest I want to know.
Okay.
Distance between me and Dale right now.
So each grid, if you see the grid square, that's going to be 5 feet. So you're probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Perfect. Okay. Fine. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna climb like I'm out of breath, and I'm just like, fingers, fucking hell, me. They got Cal because you went out, and then I was leaving, and they hit. Oh, it's fucking bad, man. It's really. I just couldn't leave you hanging down here, so I'm just glad I found you. Like you guys,
Fingers.
got,
What's going on? What's going on? What? Hey, you
got,
catch your breath. Dale. This is my friend. This is my friend. What's your
Robin.
name again? Robin. This is my friend Robin.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They got Cal.
How'd you find us?
The pyth. What were they called? Fucking the pyth. Who are the snake guys? What are their names?
Slum snakes.
Yeah. The slum snakes must have saw you coming down into here, and as soon as I walked away, a couple of them came up and they fucking nicked Cal, and they looked like they was coming out. Yeah. So I distracted them, and then I came down here first to give you a fair, proper warning of what was about to happen.
Make a deception check.
We don't have a lot of time. I'm talking to my good friend, Fingers.
With
though.
advantage. With advantage. You're not trying to deceive Fingers. You're trying to deceive Dale.
I'm trying to get close, to be fair. I'm walking up as I'm saying this. Okay, but yeah. Deception, advantage.
Oh,
I'm
that's
a
a big picture.
large man. 23.
Jesus. Plus 7s.
I have a very specific set of skills. One of them is lying to people.
Are you like Liam Neeson?
No.
You have a very specific
I'm
set
closer
of
to that
skills.
than he is.
Yeah. So as you're telling Fingers all this, Dale kind of relaxes a little bit. Like, Fingers, you told this guy where we're at? He's Dale. No. Yeah. But he's. No. He's. I didn't tell him where we were. He just helped me move.
No, he didn't tell me where you. I saw. Look, I was worried for your safety, and we don't have a lot of time here.
No,
so
I
came
appreciate.
down
I
into
appreciate
the tunnel,
it. You said
and I followed the tracks
snakes?
in the mud. Yeah,
You said
they're
the
coming
snakes?
this way.
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Is there another way out besides that hole that I came up through?
No, nobody's supposed to even know about that one. And he starts grabbing all of his coins and starts putting them. You see him grab some gemstones and put them in the sack. And he's like, how much time do we have? There's. I mean, are you sure this? How would they have found us?
I don't know how they found you. Maybe they followed Fingers like I did because I was trying to figure out who he was. But he can't just go strolling through town every night with a bottle of booze and not somebody figure it out, right? The slums is quiet, but it's not like secretive.
Can I hear what Robin is saying up there?
Yes, definitely. You can definitely hear that. It's echoing enough.
Is there? Okay.
I'm gonna wave everybody else back from the ladder.
Okay.
Look,
All right, I'll
how
go
much?
with it.
How much stuff do you guys have to carry to get out of here? Like we don't have a lot of time.
No, we need to go right now. And Dale grabs his crossbow, grabs his money sack, and he starts heading out. And then
All right, look, come over here by the grate. As we get to the grate, I'm gonna tap Dale, and I'm gonna charm Dale. We'll try to. Wait, if I fail on this, does it?
It makes him hostile towards you.
Does
so
it?
charm person. Hang on. Charm person is it concentration?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it's
So you
not.
can't do it again.
It's an enchantment.
Let me check.
it.
Let me double check here. I'm
staring
looking
at
right
it.
now. It is not concentration.
What?
a level 1 and
Nice.
10.
But if he fails,
Didn't
It's
though,
not
know that.
concentration.
or if he
Duration,
succeeds,
1
it
hour.
makes him hostile towards you, doesn't it?
I
God,
didn't know that.
Or when the
Ian,
spell
did you even
ends.
know what a bard was? Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
My
just
character was
messing.
honestly thinking that he was going to get him over to the
I'm working
hole
on
and
that.
just push him down.
Just wait. I gotta get
Oh.
both of them to go though.
Okay, so that is a wisdom save. Is that correct?
Wait, hang on. I have a question because
Yeah.
Nikki brings up a good point. If they fail it, do they become hostile,
Or they succeed.
or do
They
they
fail.
instantly know that I was trying to?
Just the
They. Hang on. He would know that you had attempted
Okay, I don't want to do
to
that.
cast
Then.
a spell on him.
I don't want to
Okay,
do that. Then.
you don't want to do it then.
Don't-
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be like, all right, Dale, come over here by the ladder. Here, come here. And then as he gets ready to go down, right? Because this is the only way out. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, you can't climb down with all that gear. Give me the crossbow, and then you just drop down, and then I'll throw it down to you when you get down there.
Make
I'm
a
playing off
persuasion.
Make
Make a
paranoia
persuasion.
at this point.
Make a persuasion check. I see that. I like it.
Persuasion.
He's more
'Cause
likely
he doesn't-
to give
he
you the,
doesn't-
he was more likely to give you the crossbow than to give you the sack of treasure.
Exactly.
That's true. He would have known something is up if you asked him for the sack of treasure. And that's fine. He's okay. He hands you the crossbow and he starts going down the ladder.
Now the rest is up to you guys. I've got an unarmed man headed towards you.
I whack him over.
I
No,
did
no,
not
he's-
say he was
with my-
unarmed.
Well, no, but he doesn't have.
He
He
doesn't
has
have a
no
crossbow.
weapon,
He
He doesn't have a crossbow.
and
He
his
doesn't
back
have
I
a
is
whack
turned.
him
No.
over the head.
No.
Let me
No.
whack him over the head.
Okay.
You're not my mom.
At this point, I'm going to want everybody to roll initiative.
I would like to state that
Yes.
I'm not in that scene. I'm still up with fingers.
I'm going to want you to roll initiative anyway,
All right.
just to see where your turn will play.
Okay.
So I just select my character, and that would.
Oh yeah, I need to make sure I select my character.
Did it control select, or is it?
You don't have to select your
I think you
character. You
just
just
click
double click
on-
initiative.
No, remember if we didn't target ourselves before we did it last time, it was.
That was on Roll20 like a year ago.
No, it wasn't.
In here, if you just on your sheet roll initiative, it rolls it.
Where the hell is initiative? In the
Right in the dead center of the
Dead center.
first page.
Couldn't get further into the middle. I will be going first.
You just double click. Duh.
Yeah, or drag it.
Yep.
One of the two.
Well, most everybody rolled better than me.
Well, except for
All
me.
right.
And I have a plus
So-
4, which sucks.
This is going to be kind of weird. Hang on, let me bring up the sewers map again and share that out as well, because half of this is taking place there.
Yeah, because
So
I'm gonna be
you guys,
on the sewers map because I was right next to the ladder.
right? So you guys are over here. Hang on, Gareth.
Crap! How do you? Move?
You don't want to be there, Jettison.
You don't want to be in the shit, literally.
Wait, where'd mine go? Oh, I'm
Hang on.
on the other
I'm-
map.
I'm putting you on the sewers. Okay. You're in the sewers map. So the ladder is kind of right at the end of this kind of dead end here with the little archway thing. That's where the ladder's at, and so that leads up into the other map.
Right.
All right. So first up in order is Robin, and then Gareth. So Robin, what do you want to do at this point? I'm gonna put Dale right here because he is kind of midway on the ladder right now. But you are first in combat order as far as initiative goes.
Right. I'm going to start talking to fingers. Specifically, where is it? Words of terror.
Words of terror.
Yeah.
That poor
Awesome.
gnome.
I have to talk to him for a minute, but mainly right now what we're working on is a distraction from
Okay.
what is gonna go downstairs.
Wait, words of terror or venomous words?
Words of terror.
Words of
Oh,
terror.
okay. Interesting.
I have to speak to a humanoid alone for at least 1 minute, and you can attempt to seed paranoia. So my goal is going to be, up front, is just going to be like to distract him. Like, all right, we just got to get him, Tom, to get down there and get sorted, and then we're going to come down. We'll make sure the coast is clear. Like he'll holler up, and then we'll go from there, right? And then I'm just going to keep talking.
Since you've already started seeding this paranoia, I'll cut that time down in half, and
5 rounds.
what's that? It'll be 5 rounds.
I don't expect it to go. I'm just, if I'm gonna talk to him,
Right.
I might as well have purpose behind.
Right, definitely. Okay, so that's your turn, and hang on, this needs to go up here. I need to reset that. Okay. Next actor. All right, Gareth, what do you want to do? So you're Robin, you're trying to distract Fingers and just kind of keep him, and then try to seed the words of terror in there. Okay,
Right.
Gareth, it's your turn.
How do I... So is he clutching the bag of coins with like both hands? Is it tied on his belt?
He's got it firm in his left hand, and then he's crawling down the ladder.
With his back to you.
I would like to take my sword and try to chop off his left hand.
Jesus. Going right for it. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage, since he is
And you have
not
inspiration.
expecting it. He's not expecting it. He is not.
And you have Bardic Inspiration
Yeah.
yet, don't
For
you?
for
you
very
have
for a
Bardic
very short
Inspiration,
while
yeah.
longer, so you might as well use it.
All right,
Yep.
how do I... Okay, I need to target him.
How do I...
Target. So I'm going to run up to him,
Yep.
and I'm going to take my long sword with
long one.
advantage.
And then I don't know what my
Oh, what?
Oh,
what just
shit.
happened?
What is that?
just happened?
You rolled twice.
I didn't mean to.
I rolled
So-
double
Matter of the
advantage.
first roll
Okay.
was 22.
Yeah. So you hit him. Go ahead and.
Did I hit double advantage somehow? No, I don't even know how that happened.
You rolled 2 separate attacks. You double clicked it twice.
I dragged. I don't know how that happened. Anyways. Okay. Did either one of
very
them
weird.
miss?
No, they both hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because you have both Jettison and him
Oh.
targeted. So
Oh.
it's attacking
Yeah,
both of them.
untarget
Sorry.
Jettison. Jettison needs to not be
Yeah.
taking damage from you.
Yeah, that's true.
Ow.
That would be preferred.
Ow.
That
Yeah.
hurt.
Okay.
Sorry.
And
That explains why.
okay.
All right, so that's the first one, and then I'm going to hang on.
So it's actually only 5 points of damage, though. Just keep
Yep.
that in mind, because.
I'm going to
All right.
attack him with the short sword.
Okay. And that's a hit as well. Go ahead and roll your damage on that.
Can't use inspiration on damage rolls, can you?
No, you can't.
I mean, you're hacking away at that arm, though.
Do you have two weapon attack, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fighting style? Okay, I just
Not the feat, but I do have.
He has the fighting style.
Yeah.
okay.
He gets
the
to
one
use
where
his ability
okay.
modifier.
I was just wondering about the plus
Yep.
5 there. Okay. All right.
Now I'm
so
going to action surge.
You. Oh, Jesus.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
hit him again.
All right. Go for it. Why not? Yeah, that's another hit.
And I'm going to apply menacing attack to that.
Jesus. So that's a combat superiority die. I don't remember what menacing attack does, so you're gonna have to let me know. Jesus.
So that's an extra 8 damage to the. Let's see here. What damage do I roll for that? 8.
So that's another 8 on top
16.
of that.
And he
So
is now. He is now. frightened of me until my next turn. As I'm doing that, I say, "Don't mess with the golden ring again."
The gilded.
The
yeah, gilded ring.
gilded ring, Merchant's Guild.
All right. Don't mess with the gilded ring again. All right. So you are able to, with your attacks, you are able to sever his left hand completely off. His coin purse goes scattering across the floor as it drops to the ground.
Can I try to make a reaction to catch it before it hits the ground?
Yeah, roll a, I guess, a sleight of hand, I guess, would be
Dexterity.
it. Just like dexterity.
Sleight of
hand.
works. I got it.
So, yep, you are able to catch it. A few coins kind of spew out yet, but you're able to grab the bulk of it before it falls. And you sort of kind of tuck that away a little bit.
The real question is, does he
as
grab
his
the
hand,
hand
as his
too?
hand is still gripped, on the bag itself as it falls.
Yes.
I don't even try to remove the hand. I just open up my backpack and drop the sack in,
Okay.
and
All
then
right.
just let the backpack fall closed.
So makes a bit of a noise, and Dale lets out this just blood-curdling scream as his hand gets severed. That is your turn, Gareth. Fingers. 1 second here.
Here's blood-curdling scream from
Here's
downstairs.
blood-curdling scream. And it breaks his charm.
What?
Yeah. Hang on, I'm double-checking the wording on charm person, but I thought if you attack any of their acquaintances or friends,
He doesn't know.
that it breaks.
Hang on.
Yeah, technically, Robin didn't attack.
It is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it.
Oh, yep. Okay. I thought it was it or any of its allies. So, okay. That's fine.
Nice.
So he's like, hey, Dale, you're right down there. Oh, what's all that noise? And Dale just kind of screams back. He's just in pain at this point. He's not even able to really respond in turn. But Fingers like, I'm coming down, and he starts coming down the ladder as well.
Can I attempt to stop him as a reaction?
You can attempt to I'll let you try to persuade him to stay up here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So roll persuasion.
Be like, oh, crap, Fingers, they must be already here. Like, you can't go down there, man. You're too small. It'll tear you to shreds.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
I just can't in good conscience let you walk down there and put yourself in arms. We are too good of friends for that. Persuasion.
Yeah.
I did not grab the persuasion dice. Persuasion. Why did they have to make it alphabetical?
Nice.
18?
All right. And Fingers is like, but we gotta check on Dale.
Right, no,
what
look,
happened?
I'll give it a look. You stay here, and then I'll poke my head out and see what if it looks all right. Then we'll go. All right. I don't want you going first. You're too fragile, mate. You just won't last.
Okay, well we gotta figure out something here.
Right.
And then, all right, that will be his turn. He is going to hold his action to see what happens there. So it is now Dale's turn, and he is going to grasp his long sword with his one good hand. He is frightened of you.
Hand.
He's also no longer
frightened of
holding on to
you.
the ladder that he was only halfway
Take my
down.
stone on.
Well, he wasn't holding on to it with his
So
left
if
hand
he's frightened
anyway.
of me,
Yeah, but
Does
if
that-
he grabs the longsword with his one remaining hand,
Well, I mean,
Well, he's on the ground at this point.
Yeah. I would
He's
assume.
already to the floor at this point. So he is
I was under the impression he was still climbing.
of Gareth.
does that
He is-
mean he only has he just has disadvantage against me?
Yeah,
Or
if
well,
he's-
so he doesn't actually try to move away from me? Is that
He can't
something else I'm
move.
thinking?
it depends on how it's worded.
Most
It
of the time,
just
frightened
says
is he
that-
can't move
He's
closer.
frightened.
Oh, I guess technically he has to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It isn't an instant. I forgot about that.
hang on one second.
frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls
He
while the
failed
source of
anyway.
its fear
Yeah.
is within line of sight, and it cannot willingly move closer to the source of its
Right.
fear.
It doesn't have to move away, but it can't move
Okay.
towards you. So he is going to, not really knowing what happened, he is going to make an attack on Theron. As that would be kind of his only option here. And that's a hit.
He's still at disadvantage.
Why is he at
What did I
disadvantage?
grab?
While the source of his fear is within line
Oh.
of sight.
Yep.
Hang on.
Well, he still hits. Either way.
Yeah.
And you take... Oh, at least the damage wasn't too bad. You take 4 points of damage.
I never changed that.
What?
I have dueling as one of my fighting styles. That was left over from when I was having a shield.
Oh. Okay. Alright, hang on, that's his first attack, and he is going to make a second attack.
He gets 2.
Can he attack the source of his fear?
Yeah, there's nothing saying he can't.
That's disadvantage.
He just can't move closer.
Right.
Okay.
But if he's within melee range, he can attack the
Okay,
source of his
and
fear.
he is going to make one attack at Gareth.
Still with disadvantage, though.
Right. So that's a miss. So he misses you. Doesn't pay to roll again. So he makes one attack at you, Theron, and he connects, just slices your skin open a little bit, and then he tries to spin around, and he doesn't know where anybody is, basically, because he's very disoriented after just getting his hand cut off. And he makes an attack at you, but you're able to deflect it pretty easily. Theron, it is your turn.
Does this guy have any lights on him? Torch or anything like that?
No.
Hmm.
Not that you can see, not like that he's wielding right now.
I'm almost tempted to say kill the lights.
So just kill him. Like, that's all that needs to happen.
Yeah, no, but if the lights get turned out and he doesn't have any lights and I can see in the dark, then it's pretty much just a...
Hold his face into the river of shit and end this.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, step up to him, and... First things first, I'm going to target him.
He's also the
All
realist.
Alright, let's see what I can do to him.
That is a
He's got
miss.
pretty good AC.
Yep, he's wearing some decent armor.
Well, I'm gonna spend one of my key points. So I get to make... Good grief!
Oh, man.
What
Oh,
the
man.
fuck?
Oh, that sucks. That's the worst.
You had one job,
A
Monk.
10, a 9, and a 4 attack rolls. That's just terrible. But that's pretty much all you're able to do at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jet, it is your turn.
Hi. Let's see.
Just vaporize this asset.
Vaporize. Stop.
Though I
Okay.
prefer if you didn't do it to me too.
All right. I'm going to say, Abraca, fuck you.
Nice.
Alright.
I like those magic words.
I
Alright.
don't know why this is in here multiple times, but I'll just go blip. But it's supposed to do it 3 different times, so. Dang.
Wow. 5, 4, and 3.
Magic missile.
Abracaflect
In-
you.
Insta hit. Insta hit. Insta hit.
Guaranteed damage.
Yeah, gotta love that guaranteed damage.
Well,
None of this rolling
I don't really have.
like Theron has to do.
I'll say he's got high AC. I might as well.
Yep, fair enough. All right. And are you moving anywhere? Or are you just kind of gonna stay
I'm
there?
good where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna go.
Robin, it is your turn now.
I mean, I've successfully stopped him from going down there once. I think we're going to continue that.
Continue that regiment.
Yeah, I just, like, at what point can I attack him and, like, do I get advantage because he's my friend and he's not expecting it?
Okay, so if you were to, like, position yourself, like if he's looking down the hole and you go behind him, that would be considered a
Sneak
surprise
attack.
attack. That would be a surprise attack.
Okay.
So you would definitely have advantage on that.
I'm going to set that up then. I would
Okay.
like to attempt to set that up.
Not difficult to do. He's already very concerned with what's happening down there, so he's more concerned with that than he is of you.
Right. And then I'm
So
going to
why don't you go ahead and you can... Oh, you're just going to hold your attack? You're not
I
gonna
want to
do it right
hold
now?
the attack. I want to wait because I don't know how well I'll hold up in a fight by myself. So,
All right.
but I'll just kind of be like, I get around behind him and kind of like try like, like holding them back, kind of like, no, come on, Fingers, really, you need to get away from there. Like they could just come up at any moment. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're holding your attack until a more advantageous time to attack him.
Yeah, until I either
sound
hear,
right? Okay.
until either he like insists on going down and starts to pull away from me, or
Okay.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. Gareth, it is your turn.
So he decided not to run?
He has not run from you, no.
Excellent.
But he also knows he's, like, trapped. Like, there's somebody on each side of him, so where is he going to run?
Into the river of shit.
My goal was to actually, if I had successfully rolled anything, my goal was to hit him a couple of times and then just roundhouse kick him straight into the shit river. Because with his hand cut off,
He'll probably die of infection.
he'll die no matter what we do.
That's gonna get infected.
That was
Honestly-
of gangrene right there.
Honestly, if he doesn't do something fairly quick, he's gonna bleed to death anyway.
I was going
Alright.
to give him a chance to run through the sewers with a bleeding hand.
We can't leave him alive anyway because he can't know that we're a part of the thing. So.
He
He
can't.
thinks we're the
He thinks we're part of the Gilded Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Or does he?
Or does he?
Anyway,
I mean,
Gareth,
that
it's
would
your
have
turn.
to be able to
Okay.
hold up somehow.
All right, well, seeing that he's not running, decided to fight, he's not scared. Well, he's scared, but he's not, like,
Yeah.
begging for his life or anything like that. He's still got fight in him. So he hasn't entered that remission stage, so I'm just going to keep wailing on him.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
I think you're gonna kill him.
That's a hit.
Beat
Oh.
his ass.
That's
Another hit.
His ass.
okay.
So that's just your 2 attack rolls. That's
Yep,
fine.
so there's damage.
There's damage. Yep, that's
and
damage
there's
right
damage.
there. Yeah, he's a goner. So as you kind of deflect his last blow that was at you, and you just hit him with the long sword followed up by the short sword, just sever his just like basically like bisect his chest with your blades, and he just drops to his knees and falls unconscious to the ground. He is sitting there bleeding out.
Is there any kind of like, is there
Yeah,
a dying
I mean,
noise?
there's definitely dying noise. There's slashes. At that, Fingers is going to say, "No, I gotta get down there and help," and he starts going like trying
so
to.
as soon as
head
he
down.
takes a step, there's a click, and then the sword comes out of the cane and goes straight through the back of his neck.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna try and punch it through. The back.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. Actually, so tempted here. Okay, so
So tempted for what?
hang on. Well, because it's like a coup de grace
It
situation.
really is.
Right?
It's right there. So close to it. But I
Hang on.
understand not wanting to set a precedent this early on.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. There's
On the
that.
other hand,
But to be
I'm a
fair-
It'll
firm
look
believer.
cool.
I'm a firm believer that thematics trumps rules.
I agree.
To be fair, this is
Okay,
what my
so-
guy does. Like this is his move.
Hang on one second. Okay. So, yeah. So as make your just make an attack roll for me. It's an instant hit, but I just want to see. I just want to let there be some sort of randomness in this.
Do I get an advantage?
No, just roll a 20.
All right.
It
target.
doesn't have to be an attack roll. Just roll a 20 for me.
How do I target the guy?
You don't need to target him.
Oh, just roll.
Just roll. a
Sorry, rolling.
20. Okay. So hang on one second, and I want to do this.
But really, future reference. How do I target somebody?
You
Control
and
and
click
click.
them. Control and click them. So as he kind of takes a step forward to go there, you click your sword cane out and you just pierce it directly through his neck. You withdraw the blade and he turns at you and you can see just this moment of realization as the spell fades, and he's sitting there in this situation like, oh shit, I fucked up. And then,
mate, you did
as he
fuck up.
as he just kind of like you can see that look on his face, he falls backwards down the hole.
Ooh, hey, can I make an attack of
Lands.
opportunity as he goes past and just behead him as he falls through?
You can do that. I'll let you try to make that attack.
All right. Wait, I gotta target him. I really do have to target him. Oh. I've got like
I
4
don't-
layers of maps here.
I know, it's terrible.
I
don't know,
can't
can you
target him
target
because he's
him?
on a different map.
Hang on, I might be able to target him for you.
Okay. If
Can
you
you
can target him
One
for me.
second.
Can you target him in
One
the
second.
combat tracker?
There, he's targeted for you.
Okay. So I will.
And that
Oh,
is
it's a hit
that
on
is
him.
A hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's about time you do something around here.
Nice. So as he's falling, Theron just instinctively just draws
Something's
his
coming through the
short
hole.
sword and it just cuts his head clean off.
The real question is, what happened to the wine?
It's still up here with me.
It's still up there.
It's
That's
still
worth
up there with
15
Robin.
gold pieces.
All right, so now I'm gonna roll investigation, I guess, right? Because now we're looting the area.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. See if there's anything that's not like apparent in here.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to pick up the coins that spilled out of the bag when I caught the bag.
I
Yeah,
want to
takes
look
you a little
in,
bit, and then not too long.
I turn to
I want to look in what's his face's pockets.
who I assume is Theron.
Fingers,
Uh,
fingers pockets.
Not fingers, no.
Dale.
Dale, yeah.
Fucking Dale.
I turn to the monk. Like, I know I don't know your name yet, but you keep a close eye on those coins, and if any of them are missing, the guild will have your head.
I'm
Keep them
well aware of
separate.
that. I'm
Keep
well
them
aware of that.
separate.
That's why I picked up the ones that fell on the ground.
Okay.
I'm not letting any of those go away.
Nice.
Now, they
slice.
did say whatever else we find around here is ours to take.
Yes, let's just make it like that.
So at that point, I'm gonna start checking fingers, pockets, and everything.
fingers for rings.
Yeah.
Fairly,
His fingers, his toes.
fairly bare pockets. He's got a couple silver pieces and some copper on him, but
I'll drop all of
besides,
those. I'll drop that silver and copper just right into my belt pouch. I don't even
all
care.
right,
That's
right.
not part of what we have to take to the
Right.
guild.
Right. Okay, and Dale as well. He's got very little on him outside of that coin purse. That coin purse. Let's see.
That coin purse
How am I
does
supposed
not.
to do this again?
To be honest, that coin purse is in my backpack, and I'm not opening it up for anybody to inspect until we get back to the guild.
Well, but
Okay.
there's a gemstone in there, right? Like it's.
No,
There
no.
it is.
We were told to retrieve the coin purse in its entirety.
Right.
The whole thing's going with us.
All right. I mean, that's fine. I just looked for maybe if the stone was hidden somewhere else. Because he did mention that. What's his name?
So-
Reese.
Looking in there, you do see a handful of different gemstones and one very large diamond that's in the purse itself. Looking around the rest of the room, there's some gold coins sitting around the area that Dale was at, but you can tell it probably fell out from that purse itself. Nothing else really catches your eye in here. It's pretty bare. Oh, wait. Nothing else really catches your eye. It's a pretty bare, ruined building, and doesn't seem to be anything. You open up a few of the boxes. There is like food stores, and there's like a few small casks of the ale or wine, but there's nothing that really catches your eye of value outside of that coin purse.
All right. I'll just fucking leave it.
All right.
Leave it or ransack it? Let's ransack it. I like that idea better.
The building itself, and you can see now that you've had a better look at it, probably the reason that he chose this was because there's no external entrance besides the sewers. The original doorway is completely caved in, so this whole building is just like a barely a pile of rubble almost that just has like this frame that's kind of keeping it up on the inside.
Okay. I'm still gonna trash the place.
Okay. So you
I'm
go
gonna climb
through and
up-
just start.
I'm gonna climb up there. This might not be a bad place to keep mind of.
I mean, the guild has places for us, but yes, that's what I mean. Agreed.
Let's get nice pillows.
Couple of
Probably.
casks of.
If you don't, yeah, I'll say if you don't mind walking through shit to get here.
That's true.
The guild does have
you
safe
know.
houses if we're accepted. I mean, we'll be all right.
I'm gonna look at the actual door into the place
Yeah.
and see just how difficult would it be to unblock that, but keep it looking blocked.
I mean, it would be considerably difficult, being that there's, well, not doing that necessarily, but doing that without being noticed would be very difficult in this area of the town. There's always somebody looking, there's always people around, there's beggars, there's, there's houses there, so you could probably get it there, but it would kind of defeat the purpose of it if people knew that it had already happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If everybody around knows that it's a hideout, then it's not really
Right.
a hideout.
Exactly.
What about windows or anything like that? Any
No windows that are visible. No.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
there's a very specific reason he chose this building to hide out in. It's very, hideouty.
Worst comes to worst. If I need
Well-
to disappear, I know where to go.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll make my way out of the room and back through the sewers and everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we deliver the goods. You still got them, person? What's your name? Nice decapitation, by the way.
Yeah, I've still got it.
Yeah, what's your name?
Theron.
Hi, Theron. Jettison. You can call me Jet when I do something cool.
Just wanted to be an
you
asshole.
you can be useful. You can be useful.
All right. So you guys are
Let's go
headed back.
Yeah.
On the way. Yeah.
Do we have the barrel of wine?
No. No one survived.
No wine actually survived. That's
No.
unfortunate.
Well, I didn't want it to look like somebody came in and murdered the people and like it was there. If it looks like it got ransacked, then they can blame it on,
Should we
thugs.
put them in the shit creek first before?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're
We'll
going in
drop
shit
the
creek.
bodies into the
Okay.
shit river.
Okay.
Shit creek.
When we get out of the, do we hit anything going just back through the tunnels to get out?
Nope, you're able to get back through just fine. You knew where the oozes were hiding out, so you chose the other side of the pathway on the way back, so that you didn't run into anything. So you were able to get back just fine. You guys come out of the sewers where you had gone in, and you see Kelvin just still there, unconscious
Gonna go ahead
and tied.
and take care of Kelvin, because loose ends and whatnot.
Okay.
I'll give
so
you
you
a
guys
hand. We'll drop him down here.
you guys drag him and drop him into the sewer crate. You hear a splash.
No, like a snap
And,
of the neck and a throw him in. Like I don't want him to like live through this.
Sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Ow.
Is there anybody
And,
Kill everyone. Holy crap.
around?
I kind of built this character as an assassin, so yeah,
Okay.
people are gonna die.
I didn't kill him. He obviously had a terrible fall because he forgot to put the grate back.
I mean, I wasn't.
yeah. Clearly.
Yeah, you know what?
Wasn't arguing.
That's a horrible
Horrible way to go.
violation of safety.
Safety
We
code.
need to put this grate right back where
That's
it
true.
goes.
We should. We really should. Is there anybody around when we're doing this?
Not right here. No.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Hey,
As soon as
Theron,
Yes.
do you think you could maybe take us the sneaky way back?
Oh right. I can go back there pretty quick. Just follow me.
I'm looking for like the first like setup beggar or person coming from like that, coming out of that area. Like the first person that would notice us leaving.
Okay.
Are they nearby? Like, can they see
You
exactly
see-
where we're coming out of?
I mean, not really. It's dark, so I mean, you're pushing like 1, 2 in the morning at this point. You guys have been kind of powering through, so it's very dark and nobody would be able to really get really good details on you based on where you see people in the streets. So make a perception check.
Look, the one thing I don't want to do is that somehow it gets traced back to us after all this work. Perception, you said?
Yeah, just make a perception check. Yeah, and I mean, people are just, they're the only people that are there are basically the vagrants and homeless, and they're kind of, they're not really paying attention to that kind of stuff right now.
Is there a homeless guy like around that I could talk to real quick?
There's one down the street a little ways, not like right next to you though.
Alright, I'm not gonna bother. He's too far away.
Okay.
Like if nobody noticed us really leaving that alley, then we're good.
Okay. All right. So heading back towards the inn where you guys first met. You guys follow Theron, and he kind of gets you through there. You pass your drop box, and much to your surprise, there is a note waiting there. And it is your contact, basically saying he hasn't seen Dale or heard from him in several days, but his posse has been spotted throughout the city, sometimes carrying boxes or barrels to and from, like they're gearing up for a trip or something. That's what he's able to tell you.
Timely information.
Time.
You just never know, so you might as well throw a line out.
Right.
I'll write back. heard Dale rubbed some snakes the wrong way, and he was headed out of town in a hurry. And I'm just going to put that back up there.
All right. Sounds good.
Because if
And-
I'm not telling the lie, it sounds better. So if he says, like, oh, well, I heard, that's sort of
Right. No, I get it. Okay, so you guys head back towards the inn. Not really. There was no designated meeting point after this was done. So you guys probably just figured go back where you got the mission from.
Yep.
So you guys walk into the inn, and so it is locked up at this hour. You guys knock, and the innkeeper comes and opens up the door.
Give him a little, how's it going?
You can tell he's waking up out of a sleep. He's not. He's a little groggy, but he opens the door, lets you in back into the room, and he just says, "Reese will be here in a little bit."
Sounds good.
And he heads back upstairs. Not more than a minute later, Reese walks in.
I just sling my backpack off of my shoulders, open up the bag, pull out that sack with a hand still clutched onto.
I like it.
All right. And Reese, he looks at the recovered coin purse. He looks pretty proud, actually. He's like, oh, the money inside is nominal, but it represents a job well done. He hands it back to you guys. Full contents inside. He says, well done. That'll be the payment for this job. He says with a smile on his face. Well, you've certainly earned your way into the guild. I see that you're definitely worth the effort. You've shown us you're more than just scrap. Let's give you guys proper titles. And he awards you guys the a entry title into the guild. So for Theron, you are a Ebonclad Shadow, and for Gareth, you are a Thorn.
Hell yeah, I am. Right in the
And-
ass.
Jettison, I'm not sure what I want to say Thorn, but Torch is also Torch is normally they're strategists and magic users, but I see you more as a Thorn. I see you more as a Thorn. And then for Robin, you are a face.
Face?
You are an Ebonclad face.
No way I'm not a face.
There's no way you're not a face.
By the way, well done
Gareth,
playing a bard
Knuckles.
properly. Well
Very
done.
nice. Very nice.
That was good.
All right, and I think that's where we'll end up for the night here. So the mission is completed. So the coin purse. 1 second here.
I never knew that wasn't a concentration. That
I
would have
could've
changed a
just-
lot of things.
I could have just cast it at second level too, and I would have been able to get both of them. Again, I could have just recast it
Right.
at second level and still got two people.
Hang on.
That was. I thought that was good battlefild control. I
Yeah,
thought I
that was
did.
nice.
Let's
Well
just
played.
throw them down the hole one at a time, and let the garbage disposal take care of it.
If I'd rolled better on my initiative, I would have just dropped darkness there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I could either dropped darkness or just dropped silence.
Oh, I also have a crossbow now. I believe I'm still holding a crossbow.
Yes, you do.
You do have a heavy crossbow. A heavy crossbow.
If you could
I
add that
believe
to
I'm
my list of
proficient
things.
in crossbows.
How are
You're-
you're a
No,
wizard.
you're proficient in light crossbow.
Oh,
Proficient in
whatever.
everything.
Whatever. Not if
The
I can
fighter's
play class
proficient
into
with
a
a heavy.
fighter. Yep.
I'm not using a heavy crossbow, just to be fair. I just
Actually, you know who
Hand it to
else
Gareth
is
and be like,
proficient in
hey,
heavy
put one in here
crossbow?
for me, and I'll just carry it around in case shit gets bad. I'll pull the trigger. I couldn't even cock the damn thing, probably. Do you have to give me that stuff?
Hang on one second.
Oh, it depends on what you choose. So
Yeah, as a
that's
monk
not-
weapon. Yeah.
Okay, the
What?
gemstones. Do you guys want me to just give you guys that value in coins, or do you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah, that's
want the
fine.
actual
No,
gemstones?
That's fine.
I don't have
Okay.
anything at this rate. I don't have anything that requires gemstones to cast, so I don't care.
Gemstones are easy to hold on to and
That's true.
keep safe, and if you know a good fence, they're a lot easier to carry a higher amount of coin around.
All right.
I would want the gemstones.
I'm not gonna argue it. I don't
Oh.
care really.
Give us the total count,
Okay, so
like including do gemstones and then any.
okay,
coin.
so there is 100 gold gemstone, one gemstone worth 100 gold. There's 4 gemstones worth 50 gold. There's 7 gemstones worth 10 gold. And then as far as
Oh god, I'm sorry. One gem. These are all gemstones that you're okay.
these are gemstones, yes.
One worth 100.
Yep.
4 for 50.
4 at 50.
And 7 for 10.
10.
Ooh, nice. And 136 gold pieces and 227 silver.
Yep.
Well, divide up the gold and silver by 4 and tell me what my cut is.
No, he can just parcel it out on the party sheet.
Oh, I'm not looking at the party sheet.
There.
Yeah, it's now
There it
parceled
is.
out.
There. Everybody now has equal share of the gold
Oh
Silver
yeah.
parceled out on that.
with 3 silver pieces left over.
Yep. And then the gemstones, if you guys want to distribute those out, that's... I don't know how you want to do that.
We'd each get a 50 gold piece one.
Yep.
We'd each get a 10 gold piece one, and then we can just cash in the others.
Yeah, we could fence the other one. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any form of okay? So if we get put on missions, do we typically get funding, or do we provide our own funding?
We get funding.
If there's any
Well,
special equipment needed.
Oh, hold on. The
The
basic
guild-
equipment the guild
Yeah.
provides.
Yeah, the guild provides basic equipment. Basically, you can get almost anything that costs less than 15 gold for free.
Okay.
So,
And you
that's
get
not
a
an issue.
you'd get a discount on other items. So
and
Yeah.
it just depends. From what I read, it kind of just sounds like it depends on what the job is. If the
Yep.
guild knows the job is gonna absolutely have
Oh.
to have,
I got kids. Hang on.
yeah.
I might have to call it here, guys. Sorry.
All right. Actually, that sounds
Bye-bye.
good for me too.
Oh.
So,
yeah,
bye.
my kid's up now too. So
All right,
Bye,
guys. Good
everybody.
first session. Nice work
Good
at the
Yeah.
bars.
first session. Hey, what can I
well
say?
done.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
See you guys.
Later.
Bye, interwebs.